What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the Friday Night BS show, and I hope that we are playing live on Facebook. I am not. I'm not Facebook, but are we on there, Bruce? Did you see it? Are we
On
on
Facebook
YouTube? I mean,
or YouTube?
are we on YouTube? I don't see
We
it.
are on Facebook or
Yes, we
YouTube.
are. We are. I see us live on YouTube, so it's
I see
working.
us. Yep,
I
I
what I
see us.
did is I changed the thumbnail for the YouTube channel, so I got the channels mixed up.
Uh,
Yeah, there we are. I see
and,
us, Bruce.
and I see
I
we're
see us.
on. We are
There
also
we
on
are.
Facebook.
We're on there. We're
We're on
on there.
Facebook. We're on Facebook too.
We are waiting for Mr. Julian. He's running a little late. Our millennials, they're always late, huh, Bruce? They don't understand the
Well,
philosophy.
they can't tell time.
What is art? What is the old saying that we all learned about work from our parents about work and time? You remember that one, Mr. Bruce?
Yeah, 15 minutes early.
Yeah, and if you're on time, you're what?
Fine.
You're late. You're late. You don't remember that saying? If you're on
Yep.
time, you're late. So that's how I was always. I'm always like a half hour early every time. We got a full packed show. It's a man show. And I
It's a bro,
see Art is already out there. Hello,
it's a,
Mr. Art. Yeah.
it's a bro show.
Yeah, well, it's the Bro Show tonight. We're waiting on Julian Artemis. He's running late, but he should be here anytime. But we got a full show, and it's going to be a man show. We know D today, no Kevin, both of them traveling, taking care of business. That's the dog barking, not my dog, but the other dog. Weird news tonight. 6 signs aliens have abducted you, Bruce. Now
Shit.
you're gonna know now, Bruce. After we do these, you're gonna know if you've been abducted by an alien. What are you looking up for? You think it comes through your ceiling or what? Yeah. Now, Art, have you been abducted? Were you abducted as a child in the Philippines? Did they scoop you up right from the rice fields and just took you away? Let us know. We're going to talk about that. What is bothering men today? We're going to go into that. 17 very annoying common things that men experience. So, Bruce, these are things that annoy the fucking shit out of us.
Kind of a short list, only 17.
Yeah, it should be double that, right? It should
Oh,
be
yeah,
doubled or
please.
triple that at least.
Yeah.
I can name a few things just off the top of my head that annoy the shit out of me when it came to marriage and other things that never made absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. But we got to get into it. Bruce, how's your week going, buddy? How's the
Went by
knee?
pretty quick. It's
How's
it's
the
kind of
knee?
sore. I got ice on it right now.
Yeah, ice. You see, you went out too soon, Bruce.
I
You
went out.
needed to.
I went golf today.
You see, that's what I'm saying. You need at least another. You should have waited until maybe June
And
to
then
get back out.
I had a busy day yesterday. I was like spring cleaning things in the house, like emptying out the closet, taking stuff over to
Yeah.
Goodwill, and then I had to go get some propane, and I had to yeah, so I was kind of running around. So the last 2 days I've been kind of on it, so it's kind of letting me know what's
Yeah. You
not
got to be
happening.
careful, man. You got to be careful. You got to save that knee, man. Yeah, you're gonna join the
Yeah.
senior tour.
We got parties coming up.
We got parties coming. We got Mr. Bob Elliott's birthday coming up. How old is that fucker anyway?
I don't know. I was kind of confused because in that link he also talked about a meeting at a bar at like 5 to 7. I'm going, wait, well,
Yeah.
the
Why would
winery
we
is
go to a bar then a winery?
no, we going to be the winery first and then the bar, but it's like I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
the band doesn't even start playing at the winery till 4, so I don't know. So
yeah. I'm not doing both things, man. Come on, you get drunk enough as it is at the
I sent him a
winery.
comment, but he never responded, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I
said,
don't know. I
"Oh, I
didn't
go,
even
"Wait,
see that.
parties?"
I-
Yeah, it's on the
yeah.
same link as the winery party, but
Right. Yeah, maybe it's a pre-party before the party,
no,
or
it's
maybe
after.
you didn't get a table. Maybe you didn't get a table at the winery. So
Well, they better because only I think there's only 12 people that RSVP'd so far, but you know how those people they just
yeah. They can change at any moment, any
they don't.
time.
Well, there's a lot of people just show up. And go, oh, what? No, we're supposed to RSVP. So
Well, let me get open the alien story, the weird alien story. This is how we're going to know, all of you out there, if you have been abducted by an alien.
It's gonna
My
tell
daughter's
us.
here. Hello, Hope.
It's gonna tell
Have
us
you
what.
been abducted by an alien? She said no, Bruce.
No, huh? Well, she won't
She
know
said
until
no.
you tell her the
How would you
list.
know? Yeah, right, Bruce. How would you know if you haven't been?
The dad's gonna disclose it for you right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna list the things that you need to look for in your body, man. That you'll know if you've been
So
abducted by.
what do you do if you have been abducted?
I don't know. That's the thing, huh, Bruce? I mean, I don't know. Times are different than say 25 or 30 years ago,
Yeah.
where if you said that to someone, they would think you're absolutely nuts
What
and
if I
probably want to.
spawned an alien child that I don't know of because they
Yeah,
used me for breeding purposes and I'm not aware of or something?
yeah. But like I said, I mean, at 20, 25, 30 years ago, if you would have told someone you were abducted by an alien, they're going to fucking admit you in the hospital.
Hmm.
I think it would be it's a little less of you're fucking nuts today than it was maybe 25, 30 years ago. I don't think I would. Would you tell anyone, Bruce?
Well,
Today. Let's just say last night you got abducted by an alien.
only if I could make money off it.
Well, of course, you know you're going to make money. You have to have the. Oh,
If I
look,
could do,
Julian just
I
walking in.
if I could do the talk show circuit, yeah.
Julian has been abducted by aliens. That's why he's running late. Check
I
your
heard
mic.
I
You
heard
good?
they're I heard,
Yeah, there he is.
I heard they're picking people from between Turlock and Modesto.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the picking grounds.
yeah. He was abducted from the almond orchard there out in Turlock.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So
Now we're here. Now we're here.
Maybe
funny-
a bar. Maybe a bar.
Are you
Bruce.
sure it's
Yeah, probably the
Julian
bar.
and not an alien?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. But
Yeah.
would you, Julian, tell someone? I'll move it over here because I know it's much easier for you to see. I didn't know. There we go. Julian, would you tell anyone you were abducted by an alien?
If I was,
Yeah. Would you tell anybody?
see, that's the hard part. Is like I feel like if you tell people, then the government's gonna come looking for you.
Yeah.
And I don't want the government to come and get me.
Yeah, but I was telling Bruce, I think maybe 25, 30 years ago, your family's probably going to have you put into a mental institution. But I think today, don't you think today is a little bit like, a little less of you're fucking nuts? And
Yeah. Well, I guess now that they have said that, like, it is that there is
possible.
aliens, there's possibility that there is. But do I want the government to probe me the second time?
I don't know. Who's that? Oh, it's my grandson. I was like, who's that? My alien's getting too big. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Aliens. You got aliens in the house.
I think it comes. Hey, Bertha. I think it comes down to. I think your personality. Can you sell that story? You know what I mean?
I don't know if it's believable though. If you tell people like, "Hey, I gotta," because imagine I come into work the first day and I'm like, "Hey guys, I got abducted by aliens,"
I like.
Have
you seen the Saturday Night Live old skits on when they've been abducted and they're interviewing three people?
No,
and they got the one gal and they got the famous male actor and there's three of them. There's like two females and a male. You got to look up the old Saturday Night Live skits.
I'll have to check that out. I don't remember that one. Is it with the cone heads?
No, they don't even
it's
show
not
the
the cone
alien.
heads.
It's just these three people being interviewed by like supposedly the federal government about what happened and all that stuff. But it's freaking hilarious, this skit.
Yeah, I have to check that out. I don't know, man. I think you gotta have. You got to be some. I don't know, man. Do you think being good looking would help?
I think that helps with everything.
That helps with everything.
That with everything. Doesn't matter what it is.
And it depends on what your story is of your abduction. What they do to you, or what they use you for.
Yeah, well, you got to get into that. See that every story you hear, it's always the same thing. I was floating on my bed, floating through my house, ended up on this ship, floating through this hallway of lights, and then getting probed.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you can't church up being probed. I mean, you just.
I mean, I'm waiting for one guy to say, yeah, there were 10 female aliens, and I had to breed all 10
with
of them
three
in a row
titties,
or something like that. Yeah,
with three tits, and two.
Never hear
back.
that story.
Yeah, I want to be inducted by those female aliens with three breasts in the front, two in the back.
Those are probably the good aliens, ones that we want to see.
They're on the other side of the moon. We don't get to see those people.
But on the other hand, if the guy has been abducted and he was able to do that, he's probably thinking, I'm not going to say nothing because they come back. Go a second time, you know.
I don't know. I thought about that when I was looking into this story about the 6 signs that you've been abducted by aliens. I thought really hard and long. It's like, God, who would I share that with? And I just I started thinking. I couldn't share. I could probably share it with my brothers. They probably both would be like, okay, show up with the white truck and the jacket to put me away, but. I don't know. I don't think I could share it. I don't think I could.
Might be something you keep to your grave and you take there.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at those alien. Hey, April. April, would you tell somebody you were abducted by aliens? You start looking at those, even those guys that are on Netflix and those other shows. Hey, Bob. They're always like these weird characters, they got the flaming hair, all the alien, what do you call those guys? You know what I'm talking about? When they had to do those alien specials. You ever seen those?
Oh, like all the people that have been abducted and stuff?
Yeah, but the head guys that wrote all the books and all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about, right, Bruce?
Like specialists?
Yeah, you get these alien experts, that they're always really flashy guys, with fucking enough gel in their hair to hold up a fucking building,
Yeah, they're trying to make some money out of it, John.
I know. See, now I get where you're going with that. I mean, if I could figure out a way, like Bruce is saying, if I could figure out a way to sell that story and know that I can make money for the next 5 to 10 years, fuck yeah, I'm sharing the fuck out of that story.
Well, that's maybe why they're so over the top.
How are they going to prove you wrong,
Yeah, see, even April says no. Bob would sell it. Bob would be like, yeah, they took me in, they probed me.
What if they make you take a lie detector test or something?
Yeah, well, that's the thing with the lie detector test. And you guys, I mean, I've heard other people say this before, but if you believe it enough to believe it down inside you, that machine will know that you're not lying. Yeah. So that's what's crazy about that machine, and that's what they've been saying about if you truly believe that lie, then
you can sell it. Yeah,
you can sell it, because then you're not going to sweat. Your heart rate's not going to go up, or you're not going to show signs of lying, and that machine won't pick it up. But you got to be one special motherfucking liar, dude. I mean.
Well, you have to lie so much that you believe it yourself. Yeah,
that's it. I mean, that's hard.
Yeah, to lie to yourself would be a difficult task, but I'm sure there's people out there that do it.
Yeah, there's people that beat that test. I witnessed some weird stuff in my life. I keep it to myself. Yeah, well, you live in Florida. You got to keep all that weird shit to yourself. Would you, Art, would you sell that? Would you sell that story? I don't know, man. All right, let's get right into it. The first one, number 1. Bumps under your skin. Aliens leave little tiny implants in humans. You better check your body when you get home tonight, man. I see a bunch of guys just standing in front of the mirror, just fucking checking every single little bump they have on there. They've been abducted. He claims that it results in a small, unusual bump appearing underneath the skin. It might be barely visible, though, and could simply be the size of a grain of rice. So that's it.
I've been noticed a grain of rice bump, right?
Hey, Bruce, you just had a knee replacement. It could have been done by aliens.
Yeah, I mean, I got scars and wounds all over my body. I've been abducted a zillion times. I'm thinking now
they could have. One of the doctors could have dropped one of his Apple tags on you in there, and you don't even know it, and he's just following you around from the golf course.
I got, at my age, you got so many cuts and bruises and war scars, man. I couldn't tell you a grain of rice.
Yeah. I mean, we've all got little birthmark bumps or
things everywhere.
A fucking mold, whatever, and we got to check those molds at our age. Do you remember that, Julian? You start seeing that mold starting to grow and change color, you go straight to the doctor. You're young now.
Yeah.
But you got to watch those mold. Wherever you got a mold, you got to check it out, look at it, say, hey, did it get it bigger than it was last year? Did it change color? Right, Bruce?
Was that for skin cancer?
Yeah, skin cancer. Okay. Yeah.
I've already had my face carved up twice. So.
Yeah. They cut them right out of you. Nosebleeds. A number of alien abductees claim that they've had severe nosebleeds immediately after their probing. They're going through the nose now, Bruce. What the hell's going on up there in this spaceship?
Maybe they go so hard in the ass that it makes your nose bleed.
Dude, if they're going from the ass through your nose, I don't want to be fucking. I don't care. I can't tell that story, dude.
Maybe their idea of sex is a little different. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true too. You don't know what sex is to them. I wouldn't tell anyone about that my alien story. Oh, yes, I would. He would. Oh, wow. I'm kind of surprised, Art.
Art could sell it, I think.
He could sell it. Yeah, he looks crazy enough to sell that, you know. Like
in the Philippines, they can sell anything in the Philippines.
Yeah, in the Philippines. Look already, Bruce is throwing a slap at Art. You don't even know. Yeah.
He knows enough. He knows
enough about If he's watched the conversation with Art part 1 and 2, he knows all he needs to know about Art. Issa, would you let anybody know you were abducted by an alien? I don't know. Nosebleeds. Okay, let's get back to the nosebleeding part here. It says that random nosebleeds last for 2 years, and blood would pour out his nose for no obvious reason. Bruce, would you like to share why you do? I'm sure you know. Why do you get nosebleeds?
Oh, different various reasons.
Yeah, one of them is you're low on iron.
Yeah.
You're low on iron.
And then, you didn't duck.
Yeah. And sinus infection. Sinus. What'd you get him? What'd you say?
Said you didn't duck.
All right. That's true, too. You get punched. Well, you can't. I mean, if you're getting punched in the nose every day for 2 years, I think you got more of a problem than worrying about fucking aliens.
Fucking aliens you got
yourself a bully, man.
Those aliens are brutal.
They just show up at your bed and punch you in the face. Dude, fuck. That's some fucked up aliens right there. And they shake you and wake you up first. Hey, wake up. Wow. Night. I can see the alien turn around going at the door. See you tomorrow.
Only 1 year and 9 months.
Oh man, he's got fucking the marks under 1, 2, 3, 4 / 5 days. I'll be back tomorrow, man. A number of alien abductees claim that they've had severe nosebleeds immediately after probing. That's what they said. Meanwhile, Linda,
probing your nose is going to get it to bleed. Yeah,
dude. Look, if what Julian just said, if they're going through the ass and they're coming out the nose, we got some big problems going on with these aliens. That's a little.
Are they connected?
Kinky fucking alien, dude. That's one of them a kinky alien.
Is your nose connected to your ass?
I don't know how, but if it's coming out my fucking nose, dude, I don't know, fucking little brown on there. Meanwhile, Linda Napoleano, I'm going to say this because this is in Italian, Neil Poliano, who said she was abducted in 1989, also said she woke up the next morning with nosebleeds. Okay, I guess. I mean, so bumps under the skin. And nosebleeds. That's two. I don't get. I haven't had a nosebleed. I can't even tell you the last time.
Lack of humidity in your house too.
As a kid, I used to get random nosebleeds, so maybe I was abducted back then. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's possible.
Well, I found it's like people that like in the wintertime when they live in the snow country because their heaters running constantly stuff, they get the static electricity built up in the house. But the air gets so dry that you get nosebleeds.
Yeah, your nose will bleed. Yeah, that was my dad's problem. He would get a lot of nosebleeds, and it was usually during the summer months here because he never had them back east because it was always humid back there. When we moved here, the dry summer back in the 80s was really bad here. Yeah. The summers were so dry, and he would just
your sinuses and your blood vessels get close to the surface, and then blowing your nose or anything will set it off.
Issa, I hope they got some. I hope they don't have rusty fucking probing devices. but if they do,
you're just a freaking animal to them. They don't care.
They don't care. That's the thing. I mean, if there are aliens, let's be honest, there are at least just ballpark. I don't know. Let's say 5,000 years ahead of us. Maybe
can at least spit on it before they put it in it.
They can at least spit on it. Fucking maybe and introduce them to stainless steel. I mean, fuck, we use stainless steel everywhere. Pots, pans, it's clean. It's easy to clean. But no, if they're even, let's just even say 5,000 years ahead of us, what the fuck why would they come here just to probe us? They should probably know all about our anatomy way before we even were in existence.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just why. I don't know why everyone shares the same story. And like I was telling Bruce before the show starts, if you start reading them, they're all similar. Every single one.
Maybe just writing the curtails of that first one.
Yeah, it's just like, it's like, oh yeah, I was laying in bed, all of a sudden I was floating down my hallway into the ship and down into this tunnel with lights and these gray aliens with big eyes and no noses. It's the same fucking story.
Oh yeah, and then you get put back right where you were with like only 30 seconds missing off your time.
Yeah.
They're able to stop time where they do this.
Yeah, they're stopping time already. Yeah, I hope to God. I don't want to remember being probed. I mean, that's the last fucking thing I want to remember. Yeah. Roofing my ass. I don't give a shit. Roofing me, so I don't remember that shit. But no, I'll pass on the probing. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And it's just like, well, why? Why would they come here to do that when they should? If they're so fucking, I mean, they're traveling light years in seconds. Yeah. They're doing all these things that we're nowhere even near doing. We get excited when we get fucking 4 women and halfway to space.
How many studies are the scientists doing on animals on our planet?
Yeah, we do. But I think, for purposes to benefit us, I mean, what would benefit the alien probing us?
Maybe
and why always the asshole?
Maybe we're their livestock.
They need some DNA,
some sort of life force that we carry that they need,
or we're their livestock. Like they could be breeding us for something.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I don't want that.
I mean, we could have been placed on this planet as a breeding colony, and maybe they're having other planets with our DNA.
Well, I should have asked you guys before we started this. Julian, do you believe in aliens?
I believe there has to be something out there.
I do too.
It's too big, and if it's ever expanding, there has to be something.
Yep.
We can't be like the only lowly planet in the whole solar system, universe, space. We have just one, us.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. I think, like, I've heard it perfectly said by a scientist that said everything in space. There's everything we need in space that made us is always out there. It's always floating around. It's out there. It exists in every single universe. So it's for me, hearing that, I can't fathom that we're the only people.
Yeah.
I do think there's not like a lot of aliens out there, because I think we see. I like to think that they were closer to us than they are now. I think they're further away in the universe, but I think there were little aliens like all within our universe. Every one of our planets, I think, it had some sort of alien force that was wiped out, or because you think about it, the Big Bang Theory is 4-point-something million years ago. So, you got to think from that period of time, all those elements that were created that creates life was already out there. And I would like to think that maybe there were some people that, I don't want to call them people, aliens that were scattered throughout the universe that just got to a point where they used up the resources that they needed to survive on that planet, and either died extinction or left.
Well, I mean, it's like us too. We're running our planet into the ground in the sense of like all the resources that can't be gotten back.
Yeah. I mean, I think about that. I get like the environmentalists that talk about the oil and all this stuff. I got to think that it's going to eventually tap out. I mean, don't you think so, Bruce? I mean, there can't be that much oil down there.
More oil than we even know what to do with.
Yeah, I know there's more than you think. I know there's more than we need to do, but I'm not talking about 20 years from now. I'm talking
thousands of years from now. Probably.
Oil continues to make itself.
Yeah. Oh, does it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's a natural part of the earth.
Okay, I had no idea of that, but it's using Earth's resources to make that, so it's depleting some sort of resource to make oil.
Well, you don't think that this planet was so intunely put together to provide the resources for the
No, I think God
civilization?
took a nap. Remember, he rested on the seventh day. I think that
I,
was.
I think it's too coincidental that everything is here on this planet that we need.
Yeah. Man time. That is right. It's man time. I think.
All right, go on, John. What's your next thing besides bloody noses?
Your nose bleeding, Bruce?
No.
Strange memories. You might be abducted by aliens, and random memories start creeping back onto your mind, claimed Mr. Kingsler. Some abductees are so traumatized by the experience that their brain blocks it from their memories, he said. That's convenient.
Well, if my butt got sick, I'd probably try to wipe it from my memory.
I try to wipe that shit right out, dude. I'd be like, no, my ass has never been touched. no.
Yeah, I don't even think I'd tell people I got probed. I'd be like,
that's where I'm going, dude. It's like, can I share that I was abducted, but keep out the probe part? Like, oh no, they abducted me. I got out there.
Ask you, did you get probed?
Yeah, that's like the first thing they ask. I want to go, no. We sat down and read books and comic books. We watched a couple movies, talked about shit, and then
you
it's
put
like
your donut pillow down on your seat. You sit down.
rock, paper, scissors until I won, and then they got done with me.
Yeah. See, even Desiree says they are real. I like to think they are. I just find it hard to believe with all that is out there in the universe and all the elements that are needed for life are floating around.
Just think of the technology advancements we've done in the last 30 years. Just like this.
Yeah. You think, or what are you saying? They're here helping us out.
We're getting help.
Yeah, that'd be nuts. I mean, and then who do they choose to help?
I mean, in our lifetime, John,
yeah. No. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, I know, because like right after, like I've read and seen documentaries of how advanced our weapon force got right after like Roswell. When that Roswell incident happened.
We don't even know how advanced our weapons
are. Yeah. No, I'm sure they're not sharing everything with us, but
or how advanced technology is in eavesdropping and spying and satellite coverage. Yeah. They don't tell us all that shit.
No, they're not going to share all that stuff. But I just, if you start looking at when Roswell happened and when that whole spaceship crashing in New Mexico or wherever that is, in Vegas or whatever.
Phones on the wall, no microwave ovens, and 6 TVs on.
No, the microwave oven was a mistake. That was a mistake.
No, I'm just saying.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that by accident.
Yeah, it was an act. He wasn't creating a microwave. He just noticed. Would he have a candy bar in his pocket? I think that's the story.
Melted when he got it, but Raytheon or whatever.
And he's like, "Oh shit! You can heat things with microwaves." And next thing you know, we got a microwave. But yeah, he had like a candy bar in his pocket, and he was working on some other thing. And
didn't cook himself.
Yeah, he took it out, and he's like, "Holy shit! This candy bar is melting!" So he's like, "Oh, microwave." What does Desiree and what does Bertha say here?
It's not probing if he likes it.
Yeah, I guess you're going to share the probe story, Bertha. I got probed. Hey, see now all right, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for this quite, but
are you going sexual orientation?
Here you go. Would it be easier for a woman to share that she got probed than a guy saying he got probed? Bruce, your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's there's alternatives to probing.
Yeah, they got an extra hole.
Yeah.
For the girl, that might have just been a fun night.
Yeah, that wasn't a probe. That was an orgy, girl.
So that's why you got to watch that Saturday Night Light.
I'll have to watch that little clip
because you got the gal dressed up like a tomboy.
Let me read this.
The story she told me what they did. No, and then they pulled my pants down, and then he put his head over here, and
no, I couldn't do that. Memories could come forward if they're drawn surface deep from subconscious minds. And so basically, if they're, that's the thing, you know, I've seen them all. Like they always like put these people, like hypnotize them. And, you know, they say if they can still share that same story of what happened in hypnosis, then it was true. But I'm like, well, if you
on that stuff,
yeah, I mean, again, if you believe what you're selling, your mind's going to say it's true.
But isn't it for hypnosis to work? You have to believe in it, right?
You have to believe in hypnosis for you can't
I've been
get
brought up on a stage a couple times with that crap, and it's never worked for me. So
it didn't. Yeah, if you go up there with the thought that this is stupid and bullshit, you're not going to get hypnotized.
Yeah,
but if you go up there and just I got hypnotized. I was out. I was gone. There was 15 minutes of my life I didn't even know existed. Just gone.
I've gone up like 3 times, and none of them. I even went to one to quit smoking. I walked out the door, I lit up.
I don't want to be probed and then have my hair pulled, Shell.
Maybe it'll make it more enjoyable.
I guess. Oh, shots. Look at him. He's already trying to get us drunk. We're gonna get there. Here we go. We got a little. I'm waiting on my. There you go. Let me see that there. I'm going to pour it without... wow, you know what? As soon as you open that Patron, you can smell it. Come on, baby. There it goes. Give me one of those, too.
Yeah, I was doing Fireball and beer.
No Fireball. I can't do Fireball. See, Bruce, if you were here, you're going to have to come over one night and do the show from here
Tequila
with us.
Tequila and I are not friends.
You don't have to do the tequila. There's other stuff to drink. Salute. To probing. To probing.
That's funny watching this on my screen because John's arm goes one way and it shows up on the other side of the screen.
Oh, man. I'm sorry you don't have a chaser.
It's all good. I'll be all right.
He's a real man. He's not Bob. So subconscious mind, and you might even feel like the memories are so real that you were actually feeling.
Desiree's adding names into her honor now.
Yes, probe.
Desiree. No, but her name changed. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
now she's on YouTube.
Now she's on YouTube. She was on Facebook.
Yeah, it went from 2 names to.
Yeah, she's trying to get the aliens to come down and abduct her. Missing time. That's the next one. So abductees could feel like a huge period of their time has passed away without any knowledge of what happened in them. I guess. Russ Kellett claimed that he might have been abducted by aliens about 30 years ago. He said he was stood outside watching a series of orbs in the sky for about 20 minutes. But when he came back inside the house, his family were concerned about how long he had been gone because he's actually been outside for a lot longer than he thought. That's some good drugs, man.
Yeah, whatever he did, I want some.
I want some of that. I want to lose like fucking hour and a half of my fucking day.
Well, you lost 15 minutes already.
Yeah, that's true. But that was hypnosis. And I told the guy when he hypnotized me, I said, I don't give my ex, she's my ex, but she was my wife at the time, no fucking trick words to say to make me dance like a fucking chicken or any of that shit. I was like, make sure of that because I know what goes on with you guys.
Well, I lost 38 minutes of my life so far.
Oh, where did you do that at?
On this show.
Oh, shut up, Bruce. Look at I'm going to make sure you're going to get one of those punching fucking aliens that's going to come visit you tonight. He's going to punch you in the fucking nose, dude.
John's looking at me go, 38 minutes. I was being so exact. I go, well, it's 5:39 now. You know?
He said, thinking back, I could very well have been abducted that evening, being so close to what was happening. I don't remember it. If I did get abducted and do feel as though there was lost time that evening, but I guess I'll never know. You'll never know.
Well, I guess you can't remember if you got probed or not either. Then.
Yeah, I mean, there's like this thin line. I've noticed over the years, and I'm sure you have, Bruce. But there's this thin line from where you go from a sane person to a fucking whack job. You know what I mean? And that line gets thinner as you get older. It's just like, because now as you get older, when you're younger, it takes a lot to get you like, oh, you're fucking nuts. But like now, as you get older, that line gets thinner, and you don't want to hear it. It's just like the nonsense is just, shut the fuck up. You need to be in an institution. And Ronald Reagan shutting down all the fucking crazy centers wasn't a good idea. That's what we have a problem today. All that psychic powers. You have any psychic powers, Julia? When you got abducted?
No, I wish I did it. That would be cool. If I did, though, I would have to show everyone.
Yeah, I would show everybody. If you had psychic powers, Bruce, from being probed in the ass through the nose, in the ass, out the nose, would you share your psychic powers?
No, man, I would just, hopefully it's how to pick lottery numbers, but apparently I do not have that psychic power.
Yeah, because you can't, your handicap is still so. What is your handicap, Bob? Bruce?
Golf.
Yeah, your golf handicap.
Yeah, no, golf.
You don't keep it? I know you put your numbers in at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, it's in the mid-teens.
Mid-teens. All right. No more shots. Damn it!
But
shut
the
hell
lottery
up.
thing. It's like I can guess 2 numbers.
I get 2 numbers a lot.
Yeah.
It says that the alien encounters could open up victims' minds and even spark psychic powers. Researchers previously reviewed a link between high levels of paranormal beliefs and self-report psychic powers. He said people will also have their minds open or another aspect to their mind open. So I became a psychic.
So they got enlightened, huh?
It got enlightened. I don't know, man.
Well, I can honestly say, John, I'm pretty sure I have not been abducted.
I don't think I've been I don't have any psychic powers, but if I did, I don't know. Which ones would you want, Julian? If you had psychic powers, which ones do you want?
I think read people's mind would be a good one.
Well, see, I thought about that one too. I'm going to get back to that one, but how about you, Bruce? What psychic powers would you want?
I want lottery numbers, man.
Would you want to read people's minds, move things?
To tell a little bit in the future, not way in the future, but like just a little bit in the future.
You ever seen that? It's the Nicolas Cage movie where he can see like 7 seconds. It's a short number.
Yeah, I think it's like under a minute, but he can see what's happening ahead of time.
Ahead of I think it's like 30, 45 seconds in the future. He can
just enough to move things out of the way or change things or anticipate.
Yeah, that'd be so fucking cool.
Yeah,
so fucking cool.
You can avoid a lot of problems that way.
Yeah, you can know if your line works on a girl.
You got to play the lottery.
You got to go through them.
Lottery has to play. You have to have your numbers in 45 minutes before the drawing, though. So I need it.
Yeah, they shut it down an hour. I think it shuts down an hour, right?
It's at 45 minutes.
Yeah. So it wouldn't work. I don't. I thought about it, but like reading the mind, I thought that would be cool. But then, can I shut it off?
Oh,
I think you should be able to pick and choose.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Is it wide open? Can I pick and choose whose mind I read? Because if it's wide open, I don't know if you ever seen that movie with Mel Gibson, where he can start reading only women's minds.
It would kind of make you go crazy though if you're constantly hearing people. Yeah, imagine you're sitting there at work, all you hear is everything everybody's thinking in that room.
No, that'd be There's that Mel Gibson movie where he can hear only women what they can say. And he uses it to his advantage, of course. And he's making love. Yeah, he's making love to a woman. And in her mind is like, she's saying, what the fuck's this guy doing? Can he do it right? So he knows. Dude, how much pressure would that be, dude? It's like, you could read her mind and she's like saying, this guy's so terrible at having sex. Dude, that's either going to encourage you to get better or make you be like, you know what, pull out, like I'm done.
Or you're with your partner and you're hearing in her thoughts, like maybe I don't love him anymore and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think reading minds is cool, but I want to be able to turn it off and turn it on and be selective. Like I want to be able to pick whose mind I'm reading, but I don't want to be able to like walk down the street and just hear 1,000 voices, dude. That would be, you'd probably go fucking nuts.
That's why schizophrenics lose their minds, man.
Yeah, they're hearing.
They're multiple. They got 12 personalities and.
Yeah, If you could hear me, I hear you all the time when I walk in that office. I think if we knew what people actually thought about us,
X-ray vision.
yeah, I'm with you, April. I think if it would be cool, like I said, if I could shut it off, turn it on. But like, God, would you use it on loved ones?
I think that would be the rule, is that you don't.
Yeah, you'd have to,
right?
Because it's just like,
that's if they know, though. If they know, then no. But I think that if they don't know, then it would be okay. Because then, like, I don't know, I'd feel betrayed. Like if my partner was like, "Oh yeah, like I can read minds," and then
you
I'd
don't
be
want
like,
to
"Don't use it on me."
You don't want to share that,
I don't think I'd share it either. I wouldn't. I don't think I could. I would tell people I could read their minds, because then they're always constantly like, you're gonna hear like
what you eavesdropping on them all the time.
Yeah, that would be trippy.
And how do you stop yourself
they're not
from
going to
manipulating
communicate anymore with you because
exactly,
you read their mind,
exactly. You would. I think it would take a specific certain type of person with a good head on their shoulders to not manipulate people. Because if you could read minds, like that's like, if you were, let's put it this way, if you're a good church going guy, maybe you'd be cool with it. But if you're already like a criminal or some low life, you would manipulate the shit out of that thing, dude. I'm like, hey, just walk up to the bank teller, find out what the code is, what the code to get in the bank.
Hey, but at least you know what women to be able to hit on. So
that would be cool, because but then again, Bruce, like he's saying, Julian's saying, you could be hearing her thoughts while you're walking towards her. So you're gonna, it'd be like it might be a good thing or a bad thing.
You're just gonna walk by her. She's wanting you to reach out and give her a kiss or slapping her ass. You
but she could also hear her saying, "Look at this motherfucking fool coming over here with his fucking
because you're not
outdated fucking shoes and fucking shitty fucking haircut."
That's good, John.
You go Supercuts for that haircut.
You're not gonna waste your time.
Yeah, I know, but that's still, you got to think it's maybe in the very, very beginning of it, it's probably a little detrimental. It's probably a little bit of a downer.
Glass is always half full, not half empty, buddy.
Yeah, I am that guy. I am that guy, though. But I think it would take a couple months of practice of hearing that, like as you're approaching her, like you can brush it off and like, okay, fuck it, like you're walking, you can hear, and all of a sudden you're just whoop.
On to the next one.
Next. Yeah. But that first initial time you're walking up to her and you can hear her saying, "Look at this motherfucker. I bet she's gonna ask me if he could buy me a drink." What a fucking joke. And then you're hearing all this stuff as you're walking.
Do you still do it after that, or do you just like avoid?
Ooh, you know what? If I can read her mind and she's saying all that shit, I'm gonna fuck with her for a little bit.
I bet you thought I was gonna buy you a drink, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, you could flip it.
You can flip it. I like him. I like Julian. What do you think, Bruce? You can just
there's a positive, John.
Yeah, I guess you could flip it on her.
You could almost make it into your way, because like if she's saying all this, you could like say what she's saying to you.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, "What the fuck?"
I can see it. Like he's probably gonna tell me,
"Man, I hate these shoes too, man. They're just ugly."
She's probably like, "Oh, he's gonna tell me how good my smile looks." And you go up to her, you could really work on that smile a little bit. Maybe here's my dentist card.
You're a good barber. I hate this haircut.
I guess you could fuck with her a little bit. Art, you take advantage of it, huh? You would take advantage of being able to read people's minds. I think if you. I think even, what do you think? Even the church guy is probably eventually going to fucking turn dirty somehow, some way.
Because you'd have to use it to your advantage. There's no way. That's a hard thing not to.
Yeah, it's hard not to. Yeah, you're going to want to. Yeah.
They said the female mind goes so many different directions. I don't know if you could focus on it.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah,
it'd be cool. That'd be cool. If I had to choose a psychic power, though, I would want to be able to move things. I think that would be fucking cool. Just being able to move things with your mind.
Does that move anything, or is it like
anything? Cars? Well, not buildings. So like fuck.
Okay.
I'm gonna move that. I don't like walking this far. I'm gonna move that fucking building over here. No, like fucking. Maybe like a car or something. Maybe that like that, but not like physical buildings or shit like that. But like be able to move. Like I'm fucking sitting on the recliner and the fucking remote's all over there, and I just like whoosh, and it comes right to me. That'd be cool.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be cool. Reading minds, though, I don't know. That's a tough one. That's it. Did I do 8? Did I do all 8? Okay, psychic powers. Okay, I did. Missing time. Strange memories. I did that one. Nosebleeds. Bumps under the skin. That's all of them, man. Any of them.
Damn it!
I don't have any.
I don't have any.
Other
My
than
ass
I have
don't hurt.
not-
My ass
I
doesn't
have
hurt.
not
So I didn't.
apparently been abducted, or they're very clever at hiding
Yeah.
all crap. So
Yeah, they've been very clever. I like that. Yeah, I don't know, man. It would. If you did get abducted and you got an opportunity, they give you an option, like go back to Earth or go with them. Which one would you choose?
And they probed me.
Let's just keep the probe part out.
Oh, they're just asking me the question.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you know what? This is, you're a pretty cool guy, whatever. Fucking, do you want an opportunity to see the universe
And just me.
or go back home?
I can never go back home after. If I leave, I can never go back home.
You can never go back home. Yeah. Because think about it, dude. Fuck. If you're traveling all over, the time difference between, warp speed and being,
Yeah.
traveling light years ahead. Yeah. I heard this the other day and it fucking blew my mind. And it was one of those, what do you call it? Mathematic geniuses. I forget what his name is. But they did the math. If we were able to have something that would actually travel at light speed to go where we needed to go, it would take if we were to do it in 4 months, right? When we came back, it'd be 30 years difference.
Oh, fuck.
That'd be crazy, dude. When he said that, I was like, he goes, yeah, if we were able to actually have a spaceship that could travel at the speed of light, and we were to travel to a distance that would take 4 months to get to, when we came back, it'd be 40 years.
You could leave when you're 20 and your parents might be gone by the time you.
Yeah.
Well,
I was like,
anybody that does that Mars trip is a one-way trip.
Yeah, that would be a one-way trip. Yeah, that's what I heard
Or
too.
even like Interstellar, he leaves and then he comes back, and by the time he's back, his daughter's dying.
Yeah.
He has to watch his daughter die.
Yeah,
daughter's in her 90s, and he's same age as he left.
What did if you could try to encourage them to be more kind? I guess you could do that too. But like I think April is like Bruce and Julian are saying, and myself actually. I think eventually the good's gone. You're going to want to benefit from this ability, and I think even the kindest, purest heart person is going to try to do something to benefit.
The green-eyed monster.
Yeah, the green-eyed monster. That's it. So if you have any of those things, and your butt hurts, and your nose, if your nose hurts and you have bleeding from your nose, we know why now. The nosebleeds could be from the probe from the ass coming out the nose. It could possibly all the way. I wonder if their probe device has a vibrator in it. What do you think, Bruce?
I don't know. If you get excited by looking at little green women, then maybe there's glue.
They would have. Look, that's a whole other thing. I thought about that too, and because that's just me, Johnny. But I thought, how far would I go? Exactly. Bruce knows
are you going to be a breeder, John?
No. I started thinking about this. I'm like, well, okay. If there are female aliens out there, what do they look like? And then how weird would they have to look at some point to where you decide, like, hell no, I'm not doing that.
I think the green skin might be enough.
Would the green skin be enough for you? Let's say, I'm sorry, ladies out there.
It's like a human woman, but
just
she's
human
green.
woman. She's fucking green.
I could live with that.
Okay, you can live with that. How about you, Bruce? Could you live with that? She's
Yeah.
green,
Yeah.
but she still looks like a regular woman.
She's a woman every other way.
Yeah.
I'm not racist.
All right, so you'd be cool. I mean, how far? Like, what would make Bruce go? Oh, fuck no.
I
You got a fin?
I think if they have like 4 arms and 4 legs and
That's more stuff
That's
to
just more
grab.
fun.
Shit.
Yeah, it's just more
Yeah.
fun.
I'd be cool with extra hands and stuff. I mean, that's just should be able to grab a lot of stuff. But
As long as she's humanoid, I guess. As long
Yeah.
as she's humanoid.
yeah.
if she's humanoid, I think I'm down to clown. But if she's
I
got
mean,
like,
there's got to be something that's you
yeah,
find.
because they got to adapt to wherever their planet is like.
Yeah,
So
but
if there's like lower
you gotta
oxygen, they have maybe bigger
gotta find it
nose,
somewhat
gills.
somewhat attracted to it.
Yeah. I
You
guess
know.
you could be Artemis. How about you, Art? I mean, what would make Art go like? Art's probably sitting next to his wife, going, "What the fuck, John?
Why are you asking me this?
Don't ask me that shit. My wife's right here." I don't know, man. Like,
Extra titties.
dude, you're saying no to extra titties? I don't know, dude. No.
Maybe that's his yes.
No,
like if he has
he's saying
that's his
yes
yes,
to extra
okay.
titties.
Yeah, she has extra titties. I'll be all right. I'd be all right. I think that only thing that would kind of throw me off would be like, would be like maybe like if she had gills or like fish shape, some sort of like scaling.
Scales would be too much for you.
Yeah, I think that would. I mean, if she still looked like a woman, but she had like fish scales.
But you could do it in
I
the
don't
pool.
know,
Might not
man.
feel right. Yeah.
You could do it in the
No,
pool, John.
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. Now, if she's got 2 in the front and 2 in the back, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. If she still look like a woman,
Titties on the back.
yeah, 2 in the back, 2 in the front, I'd still be all right.
I don't know if she's coming or going.
You don't know.
So you always got titties. There's always titties.
There's always titties. There'd be titties there 24/7. But yeah, if she's like fish-like gills, maybe like gills on her neck,
Like a
or
lizard.
her, she had like, hey, well, how does she had like a real woman's
tail.
body, but a fish head,
or
Oh,
a
shit.
or
Yeah, I
a
don't
women's
think it
body
can-
with a
See?
15-foot tail.
Oh, the tail would throw me off too.
Can I just move the tail?
I don't know, dude.
But
I
they
don't
lay
know.
eggs because they're reptiles.
Or is it like gonna hit me while I'm doing it? You know?
Good. Good. Like it just grabs you and brings you back. Like, where are you going? We're not done.
Yeah. Or she's got wings.
Yeah, 2 in the back and 2 in the front, April. I mean, come on, I'm a guy. I mean, I'd be happy with 2 in the front, 1 in the back. It's centered.
Art likes the tails.
I don't do the tail. I don't know, man. I don't know. That'd be weird. That'd be fucking really weird, dude.
Yeah, the tail. I don't know if I could do the tail.
I don't know, dude. No,
Like I said, as long as I could like move it out the way and just like not think about it.
because it's like right. You think about where a tail is, and we all have a tail. That
But
bone
what
is
if
there.
what
It's
if
there.
that part isn't there? It's
Yeah. That part isn't there. So if you think,
How big of a tail is it?
yeah, how big a tail is it, Bruce? We talking like a 6-foot tail.
like a
If it's
15
just like a little teeny
Is
tail.
it like a
Yeah.
shallow Hal tail? Have you seen that movie where he has a little one in the back? That you can use it, grab it as support. You can grab it for support.
in case you're falling off.
Just hold on to it like it's like you're riding a bull or something.
You're talking like a
Oh, we're
lizard
getting
tail
shut
or
down.
like a monkey's tail,
Extra hot pocket. Ooh. Yeah.
2 for 1?
I'm not going there.
2 for 1?
I'm not going there. We only have 1 unit. I mean,
Well,
I don't know if she's
on a talk show that had two hot pockets.
yeah.
Oh, if they both work, then yeah, I would do both.
Yeah. I'm good. Yeah, if she's got a woman's body and a fish head, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I just couldn't do it.
Bag them, John. Bag them.
Oof. No.
I think I would prefer the scales on the body than the fish head.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, the scale though that kind of would throw me off. I mean, you got to think, like we said. I mean, whether I do believe that there's aliens out there, I do believe that they are a little bit different than what we look like because they have to adapt to whatever planet they're on. So, their skin may be different, their nose, their eyes may be different, the way their ears are.
2 hot pockets and trying to find two.
Oh. I almost been ready to do it.
You find 1 button. You want to try to find 2 buttons.
Hey, that's why we're inventing the app, April. It's the clitoris finder.
Yep.
is coming to an Apple store near you.
It beeps when you get there.
This is called Find the Little Man in the Canoe.
Yeah, that's it. Find that canoe guy. Guys are confessing that subtle things women do that get them the icks. The icks.
Oh, the 17. I got like
only 17. Bruce, when I told him that, Bruce goes, only 17? Should be a lot more than that.
More, yeah.
Never wanting to do anything. Me, would you like to? Her, no, that sounds boring. Me, how about this? Question mark. Her, nah, I don't want to do that. Okay, me, what would you like to do? Her, I don't know, whatever you want to do. God, I can't stand that fucking conversation.
And he suggests a zillion things, and they all, no.
I hate that conversation.
And then you ask them what they want to do, and they go, I don't care. Right? Yeah, you do. Obviously, you do.
Yeah. It's like they're waiting for like that key restaurant, that key place to go to, but they don't want to suggest it. See, that's what I don't get. It's like you've given an option. You'd like to do this, and then you get automatically quickly no, I don't want to do that. It sounds boring. But then you're like, okay, that sounds boring. Then how about this? And you give them, usually we do give them a second option. Like, okay, if you don't want to go to In-N-Out, let's go to Chili's.
Yeah.
And then she gives you the hard no. But when you go and throw out, okay, what would you like to do? That's like, we're giving you that opening, just give it to us straight, don't throw another question mark into a question. I mean, have you dealt with like that? I know you're a younger guy, but
yeah, definitely.
Wow, so it's still it's not a generational thing, Bruce.
or they say that they're hungry and they tell you to pick, and then it's like, oh well, we can go here. Nah, I don't want it. And then eventually you get them to the point where they like say what they want. It's like, well, I asked you what you wanted originally.
And see, hey, Bruce, and I'm sure Bruce will agree with me on this one. I think you will too. But like that first initial place that we decide to go to, that happens to be our favorite place. It usually is the guy's favorite place.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, do I go to his favorite place where he's going to feel very comfortable? Or do I fucking throw him a curveball and say, no, I don't want to go there. You know what I mean?
Well, no, but there is a fix for that, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you do is you go, hey, guess what? I'm going to take you to your favorite place tonight. And we're gonna have a great dinner, and then she's gonna spout, oh, we're going to so and so. Yeah, babe, that's it. How did you guess?
Oh, you're baiting her. You're baiting her into giving you that place, right? I like that. I like that.
I'm gonna use that.
See, knowledge, old wisdom, dude.
Wisdom.
We gotta remember.
Girls didn't hear that. Girls didn't hear that, right? They muted that.
They didn't hear that. Even if they did hear it, they'll forget it because it was wisdom given out by a man, so it's just not important to retain that.
They're thinking, April, I hear them now. The girls are going, shit, they figured it
out. One is low key, one is high, and then the other. I like option 3, please.
Yeah, option 3 is probably the best one.
Option 3, and then we could just get something in. That's Uber Eats, man. Then you can both I'll go option 3. And then let you choose your own Uber.
You gotta wait for the damn thing to show up. It's calling sex.
You can do that. You can Uber eat Jack in the Box for yourself, and then a steak for her. That one drives me nuts, and it doesn't change. And I'll be honest, I was married for 20 years, and this conversation. It goes back the 2 years that we dated and the 20 years we were married. It was the same conversation. It's like, where do you want to go? Well, let's go out to eat. Okay, where do you want to go? And I would go, hey, you know what? Let's go to Johnny Carino's. I don't want Italian food. Okay, you don't want Italian food? I go option number 2. Let's go to what do you call it? I always would go like steak. I knew she liked steak and fish, so I'd always go what do you call the Australian place? What is it? Outback.
Yeah.
Outback.
And she can get a steak or lobster or some shrimp. I don't know, that the waiting's too long there. And I'm like, okay, now you're really, depending where you live, the options,
everything. Yeah.
the options are starting to get slow. It's pretty soon you're just going to be like, let's just go to fucking McDonald's. You want to go to
Yeah, you don't
McDonald's?
want to drive clear across town either. So
Yeah. But yeah, that's what usually ends up. I mean, in this conversation, I've had this conversation so much. When
Like,
women take zero initiative,
you know how it's going to play out.
yeah, it's going to play out with the fight in the car.
Yep.
Because you're driving
Let's go
around
home.
and for
I'm not
15,
hungry
20
anymore.
minutes trying to
Let's
figure out
go
where
home.
you're going to eat.
Yeah. Let's go home. I'm not hungry anymore.
Oh, I hate that one. That really, Bruce, that's you might as well throw gasoline because that's like throwing gas on a fire that's already burning.
Yeah.
And it's just like you get to that point where it's just like, let's just go. And I'm like,
or then they get to the place and they're so unhappy that they're there, they just make the dinner miserable.
Yeah, it does.
The food's not right. It's too cold. It's too hot. They didn't get that right.
I can't stand that.
Right. It's too noisy.
The waitress, I think the waitress had a thing for you.
No.
Do you think so, hon? Do you think I can go back and get her number? I wanted to say that just once to her.
Oh, I'll be back.
I'll be back. Hold on, let me run back in. You sure, hon? You sure? She look okay. All right, I'll be right back. When women take zero initiative, that's number 2. That drives us crazy. Does that drive you crazy?
I think it depends. Like when you guys first start dating, maybe not, but I think that at a certain point she does need to show interest in wanting to either being like, hey, let's hang out today, or let's do this, or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Or at least let you know what she wants to do.
Yeah. Are you that? Does that drive you nuts too, Brucey? It does.
A clue, a hint, anything,
Yeah. Well, for me, it's just like when you want, like in the very beginning, like you're saying, you're doing things you're not sure if that person likes them or doesn't like them. Do you like hiking? Do you not like hiking?
I spent 13 hours at work making decisions every freaking minute.
Yeah. That's the tough part.
And when I walk in the door, can you make a decision?
Yeah. And going back to that one, that what drives me nuts is like you get told like early in your relationship, especially like 3 or 4, maybe 5 years into your marriage, or if you're in a relationship where you get that conversation about not being so spontaneous. It's like you're not spontaneous, and then when you try to be spontaneous, it's like, oh, this is horrible. This hotel's garbage. Why would you think we? It's just like.
Can't win.
You
can't never win. You never win.
You can't win. You just can't.
Why would we want to go there?
Yeah, I got that all the time, and I would always try to be like kind of spontaneous with her. And again, our situation was a lot different because like the weekends, we were both off on the weekends, but her, because being sick and being having to be back at certain times. Was difficult. So I would be spontaneous, like book something at Monterey. And when you know how it is when you're in a relationship, or you're married, you start to gravitate towards these places that are designed for couples, so like Tahoe, Bruce, what's Tahoe? Tahoe's not a place you go for gambling. Tahoe is a place you go with your girlfriend or your wife, right?
Yeah.
So you start planning around those things.
I went there to gamble.
Yeah, I never went there to gamble. It was always like a rent a cabin, go up there with your girlfriend, or a hotel. They got all that.
We went there to gamble.
Yeah, the gambling's good though. That makes things a lot better. But yeah, you start to gravitate around those places, and then it's like, oh my God, why are we here? Well, this hotel's horrible. The hot water's not hot enough. There's no coffee. The breakfast is always gone by the time we get down there. It's just list over list.
Tell you, we stayed in some shitty hotels going to Tahoe.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, Tahoe. Yeah, you could get stuck. That's
when all the mom and pops, rinky dink hotels were still on the strip. They're all gone now. But
let me do the disclaimer. We're not saying all women out there are like this, correct, guys? Not all women are not. No. We're not comparing all of you to the same. All women are different, but I'm just sharing my experiences.
We're definitely looking for the unicorn.
Yeah. There's a unicorn out there. And as far as the zero initiative, I mean, again, it's give and take.
Ever seen the unicorn skit?
Yeah, I've seen the unicorn.
Oh,
I don't think I'll have to show Julian. After I can't play it because it's got copyrights, but I'll show it to you. It's pretty.
He's probably going. Don't
share it. Let him experience, Bruce. Yeah. Don't share it though. Yeah, but the zero initiative. I mean, again, it's give and take. And early in the relationship, you're all both doing like, okay, yeah, I'll do that, all excited, but deep down inside, you're like, what the fuck am I doing out in the woods, man? Like, why am I hiking? Why am I eating fucking trail mix? I want fucking meat, but then, eventually, you start to be established in a relationship, and then it's like, hey, let's go hiking, and then you're starting to get open about, I really hate hiking, I don't really want to do that, let's go to the races, or let's go do something else. But it's like when they take zero initiative in like our hobbies and our things, then it kind of sucks, but there are things that are out there that we'd want to keep to ourselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure, I don't know, Bruce, I never asked you, would it have been fun for you if she would have took up golf and was part of your Saturday and Sunday?
She tried. She was athletically challenged.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But it wouldn't have bothered you, right? If she would have played an average game of golf, it would have been.
We tried several times. I even got her lessons, and she was.
Yeah.
I've had a girl even just go and sit at the golf course, like while I golf, just sit there and watch.
Well,
I think that's part of it.
They did that until she sat on something that didn't support her and she went over backwards. But that didn't work out.
Yeah. My aunt she would go and sit in the golf cart and just do her thing, and while he golfed, or if he went to the drive.
But see, golf is also a place where guys go to bond with
with other guys. Yeah.
So then a lot of guys don't want their wives or girlfriends to tag around because that defeats the whole purpose of them going out and playing golf.
Yeah. But I mean, you would have been fine like once a week, twice a week. If she would have went out with you on a weekday and maybe a weekend, every other weekend to play with you. If she was a decent golfer, or even a half decent golfer, you wouldn't mind.
I have yet to meet a gal that
easy, Bruce, easy.
I have yet to meet a gal that is interested in golf that is decent. So.
I'm gonna beep him out. I don't know how. No, I think there's a lot of girls out there. There's a lot of women that I see a lot of women out there.
What I see most of the time is the women will play with women and the men play with the men.
Right? Yeah, they're in their groups. They're in their groups. Yeah,
see it mixed very often. That's
I probably don't. Yeah, probably don't.
For one, they don't tee off the same tee boxes. They don't hit the same distance.
Don't piss all our women audience out there, Bruce.
It's my job. It's why it's a BS show.
Assuming they understand my intentions or motivations because they know how men think or otherwise claim to be exceeding predictions or intuitive, I guess, whatever they want to say. Even if that's true, believing and acting on those things takes away my agency as an individual to express my thoughts and feelings on giving matters that, God, this is long. And this guy he must be really mad because it just keeps going. And that really grinds my gears, I must say. Did you get that?
Only the grinding gear part.
Assuming they understand my intentions or motivations. Like, you know where that's going?
I think for a lot of girls,
a woman understands your thought process?
Yeah, pretty much. Intentions and your motivations.
I think a lot of women at my age, especially, the whole thing is they assume that I just want to sleep with them.
Yeah, that's a true one.
That is just assuming
part
your
of
intentions. That's assuming the guy's intention.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your point?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess it's like, I mean, I guess every dude would, but it's like you might want to date them.
See, that situation depends on where you are in that, maybe not in a relationship, but how you approach that situation. I mean, for me, it's just like if you are meeting someone on a date, you got to assume that that's on the list somewhere. For both parties. I mean, it's not just us guys like, oh yeah, I can't wait to sleep with her. She's got to be thinking, okay, maybe the third date, maybe the fourth date. She's got that on the back of her mind. She's thinking that. It can't be just us.
Pick them up and they got the overnight bag. There's a clue.
Well, I mean, if she's got the bag already and she throws it in the back of your truck, but yeah. When you're this one I love, when you're talking to them and they reply, "Oh my God, that's so funny," while they're occupied with their phone, not laughing or even smiling. Oh, I hate that one. Like, you know, she didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no way she heard.
It's like, yeah, sure, like, or like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, that's
Oh
what
my
happens.
God. Is that what happened to you, Brucey?
I don't know. I think at some point you've learned not to hear each other at all. you kind of have, like, you kind of can tune each other out.
Yeah. If I'm feeling sentimental, don't use it as an opportunity to try to get sex from. Yeah, I get that. But I think, oh man, how do I do this? I mean, you're going out on a date with someone for the first time. I think every person on a date has an agenda. I mean, like what they're expecting from a date, and like what they, what the outcome of a date, or like how far along do I want to sleep with this guy? Do I not want to sleep with this guy? I know that what is it, Brucey? We've read an article where it says they know within 6 seconds. Correct? Yeah. 6 seconds, dude.
Jesus.
6 fucking seconds.
Like if they'll continue to see you or just sleep with you?
Sleep with you.
Oh, damn.
6 seconds, dude. They can decide whether or not they're going to sleep with you or you're going to be a friend.
Oh.
With the friend zone.
That's a lot of fucking pressure, dude.
Yeah.
You got to be special fucking 6 seconds, man.
So when you say that, like my name is this, and that's it. That's it. That's right there. That's it.
I mean, you might as well just unzip and swing it out there. That help.
Hey, you want to play the odds? Fucking just boom. Hey, this is what I got. This is what I got to offer. Yeah. What do you say?
1001, 1002, 1003.
Yeah. 6 seconds. What is your decision? Can you imagine just going, hi, my name is John. 1002, 1003, 1004. What do you think? Are we sleeping together or what?
Are we friends?
Are we friends or are we sleeping together?
See, April's confirming
it. April, would you say that's pretty accurate? Because that's actually a stat that we read in an article that we did a couple shows, a couple years ago. Actually, we did that show where women decides within 6 seconds if she is actually going to sleep with that guy or not. It's that's a lot of pressure when you start thinking about that as a guy, and it's like you got to give your best 6 seconds,
and that might be all she gets when you get to the act.
Yeah.
Your second, Nick.
I'm done.
You got 12. You got 6 seconds. And then 6 seconds.
You need to ride home? Did I hurt you?
And then after like 12 seconds, that's when she regrets it.
If you're doing 12 seconds, you're a pro. Oh man.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can only, you don't have to be on the Bronco for 8 seconds to win.
Yeah, marriage is different. No, they can decide within 6 seconds if they're going to have sex with you. A woman can decide within 6 seconds if she's going to either be your friend or have sex with you. That's crazy. Yeah.
Friend zone or naked.
Demand princess treatment, but doesn't reciprocate anything. I can't treat you like a queen if you don't let me be your king, he writes. Entitlement is a turnoff. Entitlement is a turnoff. Someone acts entitled to your affection, time, and or money while offering up little to do nothing in return. Let me start with the youngster, because they're on a budget. They got a lot of amount of money to spend, and you still want to make her feel special.
Yeah.
But you want some of that, it doesn't have to be sex, I'm not going to, but you know what I mean? You want some of that. Hey, I'm your king, man. How do you feel about that statement right there?
I mean, I think that, like, obviously within the first few times of meeting up with someone, that's like, I guess being chivalrous is part of it, but I don't know if that's unless you have the money to do that all the time, then like, I guess that works for you. But I do think that the way that you start dating a girl will set up what your relationship is going to be like. Because if you give them, you spend money on them and you buy them things and all that stuff, and that's going to set up how you have to be the rest of
the whole timeline. Yeah. And you're right. I mean, I think that's a problem with a lot, not just your age, but our age as well. It's just like, you want that first date to be special, right, Bruce? You want her to feel like, this is the big day, an important day for you.
once you put them on that pedestal, it's hard to knock them down.
But that's the thing. I mean, they need to also understand you can't do that every time. You can't, that first date. Yeah, you're trying to, hey,
What I find is how much on the dating site there are so many gals that expect it, that they think they want the princess treatment. I mean, that's what out there saying it. They want to be pampered, wined and dined, vacationed, and all that crap. And I'm going, well, baby, you don't make enough money to do that yourself, but you're gonna hook up with a guy.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing too. I mean, that is starting to be an issue today, more so than say 40 years ago, where there are more women out there that are at equal pay to a man. They can afford to do these things, but do they take the time to give back to what you're putting out there? I mean, if you can't, who can go out and spend $600 a week for dinner? But that first dinner, you want to make it special. You're taking her somewhere nice. You're going to order a bottle of wine. There's dessert. By the time you're all said and done, if you're trying now, Brucey, I'm just saying, if you're trying to make her feel special, but you're looking at a $300-$400 a night.
Yeah.
For her, if she is also someone that has a great job and makes significant money, just the same amount of money you make, would you expect that to be returned at some point in time? Like maybe at like the third or fourth date where she steps up and says, hey, I got this.
I think
does it make her more attractive if she does it? Let's do that. Is it more attractive to you if she steps up to the plate and goes, "Hey, I make good money. I can pay for."
What I find with most of them is what's yours is mine. No, yeah, but what's yours is ours. What's mine is mine.
Is mine, yeah.
And I ran into that with the wife when she made good money. It was her money.
Yeah.
But when I was making money, it was our money. Right.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. I'm just reading what. Yeah, I got that one all the time. Believe me, Bruce. Yeah, when your check is 3 times hers, yeah, I know, and it's just like, oh, well, I was.
I understand it, but it's like I'm not gonna, that's not realistic. Dumping that kind of money into dating. I mean, you can do shit with that kind of money rather than spend $300 or $400, doing the one and dine thing every time you go out for dinner.
I'm reading what April right there. No, April, that's you hit it on the head right there. I mean, a guy needs to realize if he's gotten a 4th date, she's interested. But you could also
pay for everything.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's true too, Bruce. But I think for a guy, I think a guy should realize if he's being, bait and hooked here, or if he's actually feeling like he's in some sort of, this is a relationship that's moving forward. If he feels like he's getting bait and hooked for dinner, then, hey, you need to open your eyes and get the hell out of that relationship and move on. But
I've had gals where I've met them on a dating site, and when they do a meet and greet, just a meet and greet, because I don't even know if we're going to date. We haven't done anything but text online,
Yeah.
And they go, oh no, I don't do coffee. I do. It's a dinner date,
It's a dinner date, yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, I see how you're playing this whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see that and you makes you wonder though. But doesn't it make you wonder, like, okay, how many bad fucking dates has this been in?
Yeah.
To actually request that kind of treatment.
This is how they go out. Yeah. This is how they get wined and dined. There's
some out there that are like that. Yeah.
They're not looking for that. They're looking for somebody to entertain them. Pay for their meals, take them out.
You gotta weed those girls out, Bruce.
I think a good way to do that is if you invite the girl out to do something you want to do and she doesn't really have an interest in it, and she goes, then it's like, okay,
we're going rock climbing tonight.
John's always trying to take them hiking, but none of
they tell you can't take your first date out to the woods.
I've done like second or third date asking them to go on a walk or to go golfing, and then they just sit there, like they don't mind.
So my thing is when I do a meet and greet, I meet in a public place.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Right.
smart. You always want to meet in a public place.
And I don't pick them up. They can drive to that same public place.
Yeah.
And
I miss that part of dating though, Brucey.
Yeah.
I miss that part where I pick you up. You know what I mean? I like that. I like being able to pick up my date.
Well, I also think that part of picking them up and them letting you see where they live shows an interest, because it's like
exactly
a lot of girls, especially now,
I mean, it gets
won't let you pick them up.
Yeah, they won't. Yeah, they don't want to share where they live, and that makes sense. I would be the same way if I were a woman, but I get why they do that. But it just for guys our age, that was kind of a big deal, you know, being able to pick her up and doing ready, Bruce. Remember this? I'll pick you up at 5. Get there at 5. She's still not ready, so you got Yeah, but yes, by 6:30, 6:15, she's done and ready to go out, and like you're like fucking flying to the restaurant because your reservation's at 6:30, and you're just flying over there. Oh, I'm sorry I took so long. No, it's okay, no problem. Or she has her friend there that's like, oh, she'll be right down.
That's what I go through right now. I'm talking to this girl, and always when I say I'm punctual, I show up on time, and I'll be waiting 30 minutes.
Yeah. That's part of the process of dating, though, and I think I think it's more of like a little test. What do you say, hon? Huh? Why do you girls make us wait? Like if we say we're going to pick you up at 5:30, and we pick you up at 5:30, and you're still not ready, and then we don't leave the house till like 6:15. Because you're my daughter. Because you know better. I'm always on time. Did you go see your brother? No. He didn't answer me. Oh, that little bitch. JP, you're out there. Your sister, your little sister. The post that I put today, where I said he's got his sister's back all the time. Where is it? Brucey, you had a sister, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't have a sister. You have a sister?
I have 2 sisters. Yeah.
Older?
One's older, one's younger.
One's older, one's younger. See, look at the love his big brother had for little sister right there. And he couldn't answer his call. You guys are terrible with phones, though. Why is that? Why is Gen Z millennials so horrible with phones?
We're not horrible. We watch. The thing is we see everything. We just are choosing to wait to respond.
Yeah. What though? It's your dad. It's like your dad. You know, I don't call just to say hello. Do I call you ever just to say hello? No.
When it's my parents, I answer. But like if work calls me, or like even like a friend, like it depends if I want to talk to them. If I'm sometimes I'll let it ring, let them text me, and figure out what they want.
Yeah. You guys rather text. I know that's the thing. I
actually prefer to be on phone call or in person with people. Yeah. I think that texting is very like I don't think I'm a strong texter, so that's why I don't like doing it.
Yeah. Because with texting, it's how like you can write a sentence and it can be interpreted in like 10 different fucking ways.
It's ambiguous.
Yeah.
Very ambiguous.
So it's just like, oh my God, I had a favorite Italian restaurant I would request when I would go on dates, and I had my favorite waiter. Oh, see, I don't know. I don't think if I was dating you, I don't know if I would be happy to hear you already have a favorite waiter.
Yeah.
Well, I went on
I'm kidding, April. I'm kidding.
I went on a date with a gal, and I think the waiter was trying to hit on her because we were on a date. And as it turned out, because he kept going on and on, like I go, well, they got a lot in common, and then we left there to go to a bar, and sure shit, if he didn't show up in the bar,
right?
And then he bought, she bought the first round of beers and bought him a beer, So at the end of that day, and I walked her back to her car, I think she wanted me to go back to her place. I'm
gonna try to get my daughter on camera.
I gave her a kiss on the cheek.
You want to come and sit down?
Didn't make the second date.
Hope
we'll never get on.
She won't do it. She won't do it. I think. Oh, where was I? I think I'm on number 6 or 5. I don't know where.
Well, we got 17. Damn.
Here, gaslighting. To think you are the only wrong in every conversation. Gaslighting to think you're only wrong in every conversation. You get that?
That she thinks that you're always wrong in every conversation.
I hate that, dude. I hate that.
Yeah, I mean, or assuming that you're lying to them. too,
Oh,
I
okay.
guess.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
stuff like that. But I guess gaslighting is more of like gaslighting is supposed to be that.
You don't talk to them for like 3 days, and then all of a sudden you just shoot a text.
Well, they change your perception of reality. So like you don't think that you're coming off as a bad person, but then the way they explain it and stuff, then it starts to change how you feel about it. That's what gaslighting is like, I guess, in a technical term. If you look it up.
I always thought it was where they avoid your call altogether, and then like 3 days later, oh, by the way,
that's ghosting.
That's ghosting. Yeah.
Oh, that's ghosting. That's right. I got gaslighting and ghosting mixed up.
But I mean, if they text you, then that's not ghosting.
Well, they gaslight you first, and then they ghost you after that. So
this is true. It's a cycle. It's a cycle.
Ghosting is usually like you text them and they just don't respond, and you maybe reach out one more time and they don't respond. Usually, you're supposed to whatever.
Or you get the one-word response.
Yeah.
Hey. Yay.
Yeah. Hopi,
Okay.
you wanna join us? No.
Come on, Hope.
You want to talk about your bad boyfriends? No. Okay. What are you doing? You making dinner?
Oh, Becky's here.
Oh, Becky's here. Should we get dirty now that Becky's here?
Oh man,
Happy weekend, fellas.
Down and dirty.
Ready for dinner? I just want to say that word.
Oh,
we're being good. We're being good. We're talking about what men are missing in today's world.
No, what men hate.
We hate what we hate. Talks about all their past lovers. Dude, that's just weird.
I've had to tell girls like I don't care to know.
Yeah, I mean,
or I just don't talk to them after that.
I mean, all right, let's do it this way. I am okay with hearing like the last boyfriend. I think that's okay. If she just talks a little bit about her last boyfriend, I think that helps me a little bit.
Yeah.
But if she's like talking about a guy from 1989,
I think she should only talk about it if, like, let's say she says something that sounds like, okay, this is what guys do. Then maybe I'll ask and be like, so is that something that's like common in your relationships? Yeah. And that's the only time I want to hear about what your exes are or what they did. Because like if you're just randomly saying it and you're just saying like, oh, like my ex did this, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Then go be with them, man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. Why are you telling me? Like,
yeah.
It sounds like you like that guy. Like, go.
Yeah. If they're constantly talking about, like I said, I mean, I'm cool. Are you cool with that, Bruce? Like the last boyfriend. I think that's okay to talk about, and not in detail, but like a little bit about him, because I think it kind of helps you on your date. But if she's like talking about like the guy from 6 years ago or 7 years ago, or she's got a restraining order,
it's a competition of some sort, and it's like,
Hopi, do you talk about your past boyfriends to your boyfriends? Yeah. What? You're not supposed to.
She said yes or no?
She said yes.
I would only want to know if I ask a question.
Yeah. If you ask the question.
If she's just randomly talking about it.
Oh, you're going to go home? Well, do my grandkids don't want to hug their grandpa goodbye or what? No, did she come over here?
No,
none of them came over here. All right. My ex would talk about other guys in front of me. I'm just saying his arms are really hot. See,
all right, that's where it's like, all right, yeah, no. But if it's like she's saying that he was a terrible person or whatever, and she doesn't like that in a relationship, that's a little different, I think. If she's like talking about things that she likes about him, then
comparing the other part of the anatomy.
Yeah. Well, his arms were big. Was his unit that big too?
Could he go for more than 8 seconds?
Yeah. Becky, D brings out the dirtiness in us. D's not here tonight, so we're being gentlemen. I'm putting it out on D on her. I've seen the other women. All right, let me read this right. I've seen other women do this to guys to try and see how insecure they are or aren't. I can't have any respect for someone who plays games like that. And it's true. I don't want to, I don't want that part of, and I guess you got to take both, right? You can't take the good and the bad. You got to take both of them. You can't just have the bad and only the good part of it. So, I mean, she can't just talk about all the negative things he did. I'm sure there were some good things he did. Love you. Say hi to Julian.
I see one.
Say hi, Julian.
Hi.
I'm gonna get out of here now.
Have a good
one.
That's number two. Yeah, I mean, if she does that, like, oh, my ex-boyfriend, he's a bodybuilder. How what do you do with that one? Like, how do you respond to that?
Are you a bodybuilder or no?
No, you're not it's you, dude. You're not a fuck. Are you a bodybuilder, Julian?
No, I mean, I go to the gym, but I wouldn't say that I'm a bodybuilder. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a bodybuilder.
Yeah, I work out.
Yeah, I mean, see, I wouldn't want to hear stuff like that because I feel like that's giving him
Praise.
positives. If it's like, if she says like, I like, if we're talking about expectations relationship and she's like, well, I've been with people that have done this and I don't like this.
Yeah.
And she's letting you know like that's something that she doesn't stand for, then I think that's different. But if she's talking positive about him, I would just tell her then, maybe you should go back and be with him. Like, I think you really like that guy.
Yeah.
You should go try to work it out or whatever. Cause you're obviously not ready to date.
Yeah. Bruce would be like, hey, you still have his number?
Yeah. And actually, I'll let him give me workout tips.
Yeah. Hey, is he a personal trainer by any chance?
When she hops in your Corvette and goes, yeah, I didn't like my other boyfriend's fancy sports car. He had the one with the horse on it.
Oh yeah. I would be like, bitch, get the hell out. Mine's got a fucking H on it for Honda.
I got a Corvette. He drove a Ferrari. Yeah,
Ferrari. Yeah,
but the seats were uncomfortable, so I like yours a little more.
Yeah. I like your little cheap car.
His made too much noise.
See, I like she could put a spin on it, like Julian is saying. My ex-boyfriend was a bodybuilder, blah blah blah. But I didn't like the fact that he spent all day at the gym. Now that's your open,
or that he was self-conceited in the sense of like he worried about what he looked like all the time.
Yeah, you kind of be okay, cool with that. Yeah. I mean, fuck.
He's always posing.
Yeah, he's always in front of.
I like skinnier guys more. No,
he's like, I can never get the mirror. The motherfucker's always in front of the mirror.
Hog in the mirror, man.
Short, infrequent texts. Okay, I get it. I'll fuck off then. I'm reading this the way it's written. Okay, so I'm gonna read that again. Short, infrequent texts. Okay, I get it. I'll fuck off then. I'm not going to carry the relationship, and you're clearly not head over heels. So
who's sending this?
This is what we can't stand. Like, and I get this. It's like I don't want.
I was trying to figure out who was sending the text, John.
Or the guy sending the text. So we're gonna help the ladies out there. I'm gonna go. Okay,
what guy would send
Julian? You send her a text.
No, you just walk.
What would be your allotted amount of time to where you feel she should have responded to that text by now? So what would be that limit? What would be your time frame? Like, you sent her a text. What is the time frame you expect a response from her? Okay, and let me add a little bit, because a weekend. Like so not a work day, because I understand work days are different. Everybody's got different work schedules. Sometimes you can't have a phone like us. We're not allowed to have our phones at work. So let's say the weekend or Friday, Friday after work, you send her a text. What would be that allowed amount of time that you would expect to have a response from her?
I think at least a day. If she goes a whole day without doing it, then it's like,
she's kind.
Well, because it's like, I understand some people aren't always on their phone. Like I've met girls that honestly at my age, they're not much on their phone, or they spend a lot of time with their family, or they do other things. So it's like, as long as you're getting a response, but also I go more off of not even just texting, because I could care less about texting and social media and all that. It's more of like, if I try to set up and hang out with the girl, a girl's not interested when she's dodging it, or she leaves it very ambiguous. If you go, hey, let's hang out Friday night at 7, she's like, we'll play it by ear. She's not interested. But if you set up a time and she sets up a time and she's ready at that time, or like at least, you show up and she's a little late, but she still like hangs out with you at that time. I think that wanting to meet up with you is a more clear indicator of if they like you, rather than texting or calling, social media, anything, because it's just like, I think that's what matters more.
Yeah, no, that's good. What do you say, Brucey? What would be your allowed amount of time?
Depends. I mean, is this a new relationship, or you?
Let's just say it's a newer relationship, and you send her a text. Hey, what are you doing Friday night? Let's say it's what are you doing? It's Friday. You send her the text. Hey, what are you doing tonight? Are you busy, or would you like to go get dinner?
Like first date, or you've had dates already?
No, you had dates, or you had one date. Let's go one day.
One day, okay.
Let's go one date.
I would give her like a day or two.
I'm with you, Becky, on that one.
Yeah.
I'm with you. But then again, like it's
I don't know.
common to get the
Is it
voicemail
work or
if
whatever,
you don't want
whatever
to
it
talk
is
to
at that
somebody.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think is it different if with the phone call? You think if you took the initiative to call her and she goes right to voicemail and
Like
No,
you
because
got
instantly goes to voicemail?
they're gonna
yeah.
ignore the call because you don't
And
know if
you,
they're at work. They can't answer the phone.
right. So you don't that part, take that part out of it. You sent her, you called her and went straight to voicemail. Let's just assume she was at work. But you're just checking to see what her day is like, or you're just checking to see if she's doing anything tonight.
Does she call you back at some point or text
Yeah,
you?
what would you say would be okay? Would be cool with
Well,
the
depends on
amount
when
of
you
time?
send it.
She should at least send a text and be like, "Hey, I'm busy right now. I'll
Yeah.
call you later," or at least reciprocate the call at some point.
Yeah,
If it's
I would give them the day. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because if you're calling her, say Friday afternoon during your lunch, let's say you call her Friday afternoon during your lunch at noon, and you're just checking to see what she's doing tonight, and you haven't set up a date or anything. You're just calling to see if she's busy tonight and if she's available. So you haven't said, hey, what are you doing tonight? Because I think it changes if she's one of those, that goes, oh, I'm getting dinner out of this. I'll call them right back. So if you're just calling,
but you've already given her a time frame for something.
yeah. So you're
Yeah.
just calling her to see if she's busy tonight. You haven't said,
Yeah, but you've already
go out on a
committed.
date or anything like that.
You've already put a time stamp on that.
Yeah.
Because you've already called it for that night.
Yeah. I do like the call better. I am the calling guy. I see why
I don't, because
texting is what it is,
most of
but
them will not give you their phone numbers. If you're on a
I
dating
think
site.
hearing your voice just for me, if I was a girl or a woman, if I were a woman, I'd be one ugly fucking woman. Yes, Bruce. I beat Bruce to it because he took his headphones off. He didn't hear it. But if I were a woman, I think if I got the phone call over the text, I would feel more like you took the initiative to, I was just looking at that picture. My daughter doesn't have no legs in that picture.
They're just dark.
Okay. I was like tripping out.
Like just shoes.
I was just like no more drinks.
Just shoes and dress. Just shoes and dress.
Yeah. I was just like, no more drinking for you, John. I think if I were a woman and I got the phone call, I think that you took the time to actually call me, and I think it would be more of a personal thing than just the quick text. And like I would think I don't know how, I'm not saying this is how women think, but I'm just saying for me, if I just got the text message, in the back of my mind, I would think to myself, how many other women did he send that text message to? Especially if it's not setting up a date, it's just checking to see what you're doing tonight. And if you're busy or if you're available, I would be thinking like, who else did he send that to?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to call 10 women.
Yeah, I also think that a lot of girls think that. Like I've gotten where I'm talking to a girl and I've gone on a couple of dates with her, and she'll randomly throw out the like, I'm sure a lot of girls text you, or that you text a lot of girls, and it's just like,
I hate that.
Well, like, then like, as much as you can explain that, you could even be like, oh, well, like, I choose to only date one person at a time, because I'm not going to go on a bunch of dates with a bunch of different girls, because that's just like throwing money into a bunch of different girls.
Yeah.
Not that it is a transactional thing, but it's like every time I go on a date with someone, I'm dropping money, you know?
Right.
So like, why would I want to date multiple girls? I would rather just date one, see how that goes. And I mean, maybe have one or two girls that are like less serious, where like, oh, we maybe just hang out and I don't do nothing for them,
Yeah. It's like, hey, just come on over, watch a movie.
Usually you have one that you like, and that's the one you take on the dates, and the other ones are just like, like late night, we hang out, we maybe smoke, or you get a bottle of alcohol and you guys chill in the car and just drink,
No drinking in the car, Julian.
Well, I'm parked at my apartment and they come to me.
Don't promote drinking and driving.
No.
Not on the BS show, baby.
They get home and they Uber or whatever. I don't know.
They Uber.
Yeah, I don't ever drive nowhere.
He doesn't drive anywhere. What did Becky write here? You're gonna have to look at it, because whether a man or a woman is, yeah, I get Bruce's point about the phone. Time you better pick up the damn phone. I'm with you. I mean, I'm like, okay, if I in a situation where I called you at my lunch break, so noon, let's say noon o'clock, let's say I don't work days. So, but I'm just saying noon. If you're getting a call from me on my lunch, it's like 2:30 in the morning. So.
Yeah.
But if I'm texting you or calling you at noon to see what your Friday night is like without asking you out, I would go to like, maybe like 5:30 when you just, if I know you get off at 5, I figured by 5:30, 6 o'clock, you're home. I would expect to get that phone call from you like, hey, I'm not doing anything while you got something in mind, something like that. You know what I mean? But like if you call me back at 9 o'clock because now you have no options, that pisses me off. It's like, okay, this is my last resort. It's John. Let me call John and I'll get a dinner out of this.
Well, I think that's why I don't really like spontaneous plans when a girl is trying to hang out, because then it's almost like.
Let me get one of those glasses.
This one?
No, not that one right there. Here you go. I need some whiskey. Yeah, my women make me drink.
Let me get one too.
You want one too? Bring it on over here.
Because like I think that if a girl set up a time like ahead of time, let's say, they're like, oh, let's hang out Friday at this time, or you tell them and they're down, then they're setting that time aside for you. Whereas like if it's like, it's like the late night thing, unless you guys are on like, I guess, have established that that's the only person you're talking to, then it's like it's okay for those like last minute things. But for the most part, I would say this is like at my age, if a woman hits you up at a late night time, like I've had girls that I barely hang out with and they hit me up at like 9.
Yeah,
I know what that means.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that just means, oh,
I'm your last resort.
No, not even last resort. I'm your booty call.
Your booty call. Oh, that I get. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
it could be that.
Because I have a few girls that'll hit me up like 9 or 10, and they're like, "What are you doing tonight?"
Well,
yeah, like I'm like, all right, well, you're coming by, so I already know what's going on. Whereas like there's like the girl that you're dating, usually will set up dates ahead of time or be like I want to do that. Like even girls that are saying like, oh, I would like to do this, then it's like, okay, then that sets you up to be like, okay, well then let's go do that. Like we'll go do that.
I like that. Yeah, no.
But if a girl's texting you at 9:30, 10, you already know what she wants.
Yeah, but it can go the other way too. Like I'm saying, she could have gone through all her options, and then you're the last resort.
I mean, if I'm the last resort, but
you're gonna get dinner.
We want.
She's getting dinner out of it. But
well, like that's the thing is that those girls that are hitting me up last minute, I'm not taking them to dinner, John.
Yeah, no.
That's why I said like
it's too late then. Yeah,
if she's hitting me up at 9:30, 10, what are you doing? And she tells me that I'm out with my friends right now. I want it, but I'll come over after. It's like, all right, then I know what's up. All right, cool.
17 very annoying common things that men experience, and I've never thought I'd actually have sympathy for them, but I kind of do. Now, this is a woman writing this article about what annoys men, and then she was kind of surprised by it. I kind of read the article a little bit, but she understood what women go through. There's some situations that are annoying to women, and as a woman, there are tons of little everyday things that annoy the hell out of me, like having my I love these two. Having my jeans come in different ranges and several sizes depending on the brand. That would drive me up. So I get that. I can see where that would piss off a woman.
Yeah,
it's like Levi's. I have to wear this size. Jordache, I have to wear this size. If I get that would drive me nuts. Where we just walk into a store, we go, for me,
I need this and that.
34. Yeah. I need a 34 waist, 34 length, 34, 36. That's where I'm at. And no matter if I'm buying Lee's, Wranglers, fucking Levi's,
they all fit the same.
They're all going to fit the same. It's the same.
As long as the cut's the same.
Unless the cut's, unless if it's, boot cut, it's going to be a little different. But basically, if I walk into any store and I say 34, 36, 34, 34, I know that all those jeans are going to fit me.
Yeah.
They're all going to fit me. Where a woman goes into a store and goes, yeah.
They got to try it on.
They got to try it on.
They have to.
I'm a size 6. And then all of a sudden, those jeans, for some odd reason, you have to go 2 sizes up. That would drive me up the wall. I don't know how you women do it. And always having a waist gap.
I don't even try half the shit on.
But you know what I'm saying, though, Bruce? We can walk into a store and go, this is my waist, this is my length. And no matter what brand we pick up, jeans-wise, they're going to fit. They're always going to fit. I've never bought a pair of jeans that I walked in and said 34, 36, and they didn't fit me just the same way
I
the
know my
Levi's.
job with the wife is they didn't put the inseam length on
Yeah, I
women's
love that
pants.
one. Oh my God.
Well, why? Because I guess because they're wearing the tennis shoes with the jeans, or they're wearing heels with the jeans, or
yeah. This
because
one made
they
me
wear so
laugh.
many different shoes.
Yeah, this one made me laugh. Again with the waist gap, or the fact that most bathroom stalls don't have hooks on the doors. That one kind of pisses me off. But that only pissed me off when I had to wear excuse me, a sports jacket to work. And you can't take a shit with a sports jacket on. You got to
take it off.
You
Yeah.
got to take it off,
It's
and you
hard to
don't
take
have
shit
that
with
hook
any
on the door. It
with
sucks.
any jacket on.
Yeah, any jacket on. I ain't shit with my fucking jacket on.
Gotta take it off. Yeah.
Gotta take it off. So when the fact that most bathroom stalls don't have a hook on the door. So when I saw the Reddit Smoke Joe Teeth asked a Reddit community to share the male equivalent of these inconveniences, I was curious to know the other side of things, how some of the pet peeves men share. So these are kind of pet peeves that we have, men's formal wear is usually hot, which is fucking true, right?
Yeah.
You ever
It's warm. It's warm. Yeah.
Everything that we got. It's a suit, sometimes a vest, fucking jacket, an undershirt,
long sleeve shirt, but
you're sweating. Yeah.
Buttoned up to the thick of the collar,
dude.
And then you put a tie on to choke it even more.
Nothing worse than the fucking full
Dutch
button
oven
up.
all day.
The full button up, dude, with the tie, dude, and it's fucking 109 outside, dude, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's an outdoor, event,
Yeah, and it's yeah, exactly, Bruce.
Yeah.
Men's
the gals
formal
are all
wear,
in nice little thin dresses, and the guys are.
yeah, there you go. That's where this is going. Men's formal wear is really hot. Like if I go to a fancy wedding in the summer, I'm in a suit and tie, and my wife's in a little tiny dress.
I know. Yeah.
And she's wanting you to fan her too.
Yeah. Oh, so hot. You got a fucking wool suit on, dude. You're like, the fuck? You got a tie.
And then evening comes, and they steal your jacket.
Yeah, exactly. And then when's the last time you actually saw a man take his fucking shoes off at a wedding?
Oh, no.
Never. And that's like the first thing that goes, like right after dinner, and then the music starts playing. The fucking shoes are off, dude. They're dancing on the floor, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! Can I take my? Oh, don't you take your damn shoes off? Number 2, men's shirts get wider with each size, but not longer, and I cannot fucking stand that.
Yeah.
I can't stand that.
Well, they have the tall ones.
They're starting to, but like in mine and Bruce era, they didn't have the tall or the long.
Okay, yeah.
It was that was a medium, that was an extra large, that was a small.
Back then, all shirts were tucked in anyways. So
all the shirts were tucked in, but then you hate the fact like you were in between a medium and a large.
I still am between sizes.
You're tiny, but I'm like always in between that extra large and large. It's like there's certain shirts I can buy that are large that fit me great, but there's some other shirts I had to buy extra large because the sleeves. I want the sleeve to go a certain, and if I get a shirt where the sleeves like this,
it's like a girl shirt. It's a girl shirt at that point.
It's like what the fuck, man? What am I wearing over here?
Yeah, my problem is I'm kind of like thick chested,
Yeah, sure you are, Bruce.
Yeah, and
I can see the pecs, man. I can see the pecs.
Bruce
and you try to get a shirt that fits.
Bruce is fit,
and
for his age, Bruce is fit.
It may fit up here, but down there it's like it's baggy is what happens. So you get it to fit in the shoulders and the chest, then the rest of the shirt is baggy.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Too much whiskey.
Oh no, my booze get me some more whiskey. And the sleeve lengths to size ratio is all over the place, and it's true. I tried on a shirt, and it's a little snug, and the cuffs are in the middle of my forearms. Yeah, dude, I can't stand that. Dude.
10 inches wide too.
All right, I have this. This is my hugest problem. Is my arms are long. I got ape arms. So my arm length is super long. So when I go buy a shirt that's supposed to, and my normal size is 17 and a half. That's my collar size. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like when you buy
I
a
just try
dress
them
shirt,
on until I.
right. When you buy a dress shirt, a nice dress shirt, it will say collar size, and that's what you follow. You follow the collar size.
Yeah.
And mine is 17 and a half. But every time I buy
have
a 17,
I have a thick neck, John.
yeah. So
Right.
fucking every time I buy one and I go like this, or I move my arms out, the cups are all the way over here, and I'm like, God
So
damn it, man.
I got the exact problem. I have like a 16 and a half neck.
Yeah.
Right? Tell you what the rest of the shirt looks like, John.
Now I don't know if this one's a big one with us three here, but it might be with Julian.
But
the lack of variety stores, clothing, men's clothing stores, women's clothing will fill up 90% of the store, while men get a tiny closed off section. Like, here you go, guys. So you know what they're talking about, right?
Yeah, where there's a really small men's section, the women's section is huge.
You got to go through the pantyhose, the fucking lingerie, and there's the men's stuff on the back.
There's the men's section. It's got 3 rows.
Yeah, I mean, does that bother you that you have such a small selection I think we're simple though.
No, it depends because I'm very particular about what I wear, and if I need something, sometimes I'll even go to like a thrift store. I like the older stuff or like
vintage
gym
stuff.
brands. You know, like I do a lot of online stuff. A lot of it's online.
Most of mine is online shopping.
Yeah, I know. I've been doing that the last couple years.
And then if it doesn't quite fit, I have a great tailor gal that makes all kinds of adjustments.
Yeah, see, I just send it back. But yeah, I don't mind buying stuff online, but I'm still that guy that wants to go try it on. I still feel like I need to like go physically put the shirt on.
Yeah, my problem was with the online thing, and it's true with any of the crap they build.
Yeah,
because I'll get it to fit my side, medium, large, but then the arms are usually like oversized, or if I buy shorts, the thigh openings are like humongous, you know.
Yeah.
And so you sit down with a pair of shorts, and you're looking right up your jewels because you got 12-inch thigh opening on your shorts, right?
Well, even now the style is like with people my age is oversized. Like this shirt,
everything's
is
oversized.
an oversized tee, and it's meant to be big. It's meant to be big.
Yeah.
And see, I'm more. I wouldn't say
I'm a tucker. Yeah.
But I mean, I like my clothes a little more fitted.
Yeah.
So I'll spend the money to go get the shorts altered, the shirts altered to how I want it.
You're tiny though, Bruce. You're tiny, man.
But this is more for like the gym. Like I'll have like a tank top under and I take it off.
How's 160 pounds tidy?
Yeah, well, you put some weight on because you were lazy, motherfucker, and you got your knee fixed.
I've always been 160.
No, Bruce, you're fit. I hope to God I as fit as you are at your age. Which is what, like
I have not been in the gym since
102, 102, 103. How old are you?
What?
How old are you? 102, 103?
Just go with it, Bruce. 203.
Yeah. All right. Why can't I get health hygiene products that isn't labeled something like Grizzly Bear first fight sleep strips for tough men? It's annoying. Soap marketing for women usually has what it smells like.
They get like fruity and flavors or this and this, and then guys get random stuff like man's man,
fresh, grizzly, fresh. You smell like a fucking
ocean mist.
Bear's fucking pubic area.
I mean, would you really want something that sounds girly?
No, but not girly. But it would be nice. Like I get what they're saying. Sometimes I look at something and I go, "What is the fucking scent?"
Yeah,
like I have no idea. It's just the way it's written and labeled. Like, what is this soap made out of?
Even with soaps, you smell it and it's like, oh, fresh. It smells fresh. Yeah. It's just clean though. Okay, that's what we get.
Something that's going to make you smell fresh for like all day long,
Uh-oh, there went my camera. Look at my camera.
That was random too.
Down, John. I'm spring cleaning. I found this box in the closet, and I'm going, fuck, I wonder how old this fucking shit is.
Yeah.
Give cologne.
Yeah, there you go. Stetson. Is that Stetson for men?
No, Kenneth Cole.
Kenneth Cole.
But it's got 3 different.
Yeah.
It's got
a Christmas gift from the kids, right?
I don't know. How long he's been in the closet.
Someone.
Yeah. No, I would be. I get what they're saying. Like, what is extreme Arctic shorts? What the fuck does that mean? Electrolyte. What the fuck is that? Just tell me what it fucking is. I don't need all these random nonsense words that make me feel macho when I'm holding it, or like when I go to the register. are you like, well, all right. Like my daughter says, well, oh, Dad, what? Like I said, I maybe I want to color my hair. And she goes, well, why don't you just go to Rayleigh's or Walmart and buy the color? I go, no. I'll just buy it on Amazon because I don't want to have to stand in line and them
Price
judge
check
me that
on.
judge me that I'm going to dye my hair, and that's how some men are. I mean, would you be like that?
If I like, let's
say you wanted to dye your hair.
that I want to dye my hair.
Yeah, it's gray.
Then I
Say you
wouldn't
got
know.
gray hair. Would you just go to the supermarket or the store and just buy just for men hair coloring and without worried about what
I wouldn't feel weird about it, only because I think that like my generation now is a lot different. Whereas like, you had your nose pierced, like how I have it.
Mhm.
You were seen a certain way because of getting that. Whereas like now it's very much acceptable and okay. Many guys like dye their hair now, even at my age.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's crazy that generation is gray. There's something going on with the food. I'm glad RFK is in there, man. Something's going on. The non-angulated toilet bowls. No, I'm not just. So I don't know. I have to put this up. Let me put this up. Hold on. Boop.
Because I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I got it. That's why I said I got to put it up. Where is the BS show? There is the BS show. Is this the 17 one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go. Let me share it so Brucey can see it. Share screen. There it is. Windows. Click that. Get to see the advertising.
Like, is it that it's not at an angle?
Yeah. It's odd shape. So when you go to sit on that fucker,
it's a big oval, man.
Fuck those. You got to jam your. I love this. You got to jam your dick down there to pee when pooping, and when you do, your dick is pressed up against the inside of the toilet or hitting the water if you're endowed. If you're endowed and your shit is hitting the fucking water,
you just gotta pee and then poop or something.
I think you best just stand up and pee, dude.
You might stand up to poop too.
Yeah, you might stand up and poop too. Why? Okay, Brucey, you and I have fallen in this category. Julian has not yet been down this road yet, but I'm sure his generation. I already seen a few people his generation. They have changed the status quo on this one, and they have gone different ways. Why are men's wedding rings limited to just basic bands? And I get this because it's changed with your generation.
Yeah.
Your generation is going titanium. They're going with special engraving. I mean, it doesn't look like this stupid normal band that me and Bruce had to get. And then she's got this big fat fucking 4-carat diamond ring on her finger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going at, Bruce?
Because you've already spent a fucking fortune on her ring.
You're broke as fuck.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't mind even getting. I like the basic just gold band.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
I didn't mind it until I don't know if Bruce is the same way. I didn't mind it until I started seeing guys get pretty fucking creative with their bands. And then I'm like, well, wow, fuck, dude, maybe I can do that with mine.
And that's a choice because, I mean,
I couldn't wear mine at work where I worked. I couldn't wear it.
Electrician.
So for 20 years, I couldn't wear a ring.
But I had to wear a glove on mine.
Because I worked with car batteries. And if that gold band were to get contact with the positive post on a battery when I was stacking it on the shelves, that would be end of fucking story.
Okay. Yeah.
And Bruce didn't wear it because he's in construction, so an electrician. So the last thing you want is a fucking gold band on your finger when you're playing with electricity.
Yeah. Any metal on you.
any metal. But like I was like when I first saw the first guy with like titanium, and this was still just the normal band, but a titanium band. I was like, "Fuck, I could have did that."
Yeah, I have one of those when we hit our 25-year anniversary.
Yeah, see, 25 years later, you got the titanium.
I got the titanium one, but I mean, my original one, she'd had like 3 rings. You know, I had 2, the starter and then the 25-year. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want something gaudy or fucking,
No, mine were simple.
Yes, and I get it. We can't like. I mean, I don't know how more extreme you can go from a band. You know what I mean? I don't want gaudy jewelry. I don't want a diamond on it.
You can get
I don't want a
diamonds.
diamond on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you have wanted one with like the regular band, say with like gold, with diamond, like little diamond
The
crust
original
all
ring
around it?
had little diamond
Diamond
inlays
flake.
on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But just enough to get a sparkle, but
yeah.
but
How about
I
you,
mean,
Julian?
we were
What do
small
you
enough you
think?
couldn't
I would
tell
be
one was
okay with just
missing or not.
basic.
You're just cool with the basic one.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't think that it needs to be all. If I'm gonna wear a different kind of ring, then maybe. But I feel like the wedding ring. I don't know. I just like the basic
Yeah.
gold band.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like the new ones with the black band,
That's
yeah,
cool too. Yeah,
yeah,
just like
yeah.
basic. I don't want anything flashy.
I mean, you're not going to go like a gold band, just like the regular gold band.
Yeah, I mean, I
like
kind
maybe
of
some a little
like the black bands that are out for the men.
I
like
wouldn't want
titanium, or
I guess I'd be open to those, but like I said, I wouldn't
it
want
still would
like
have been
diamonds
just a
on it.
regular
Yeah, I
band.
wouldn't want diamonds on it. Or
Okay,
nothing. I don't think I
it's
need any of that.
just a flat. It's just a black band.
Yeah. I get that. I mean, I wouldn't want anything too flashy, but I still would have done something. I went into the men's bathroom and they had hygiene.
Delicate men, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, hey, you know what? And I don't know if they talked about that in this article, but I can tell you one thing that I wish was in men's bathroom, and that was a diaper changer. I think those belong in men's bathroom because there are guys that bring their sons in there that are going to change. Maybe the wife's taking the daughter into the women's bathroom to change her diaper, and you're going to go change the boy's diaper, and they don't have them in there. They don't have that set up for me, and that would have been great at Disneyland when I in the 90s to be able to change my son's diaper and not try to fondle, trying to hold him up and trying to change the diaper, dude. It's fucking.
Yeah, and you're getting shit on your arm.
You're getting shit on your arm and your shirt. He's fucking peeing all over the place still, dude.
Yeah, I was lucky I had a girl. I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah. I like this one. Men's dress shoes have no grip at all, which is so fucking true, dude.
Wait, what happened?
Men's dress shoes don't have any grip.
Oh yeah, no, they just slide.
They just slide. You're sliding everywhere, dude.
Especially if they're brand freaking new.
I call my dress shoes my suicide shoes because
God help you if you hit water or tile floor or something.
I don't know why it's like and I have a pair of shoes, 2 pairs that I bought from Italy, and those 2 are the worst shoes to wear anywhere. They just, especially if there's tile or wooden floors, I'm sliding fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Bet you help a dancer with those things, though, man. Huh?
Yeah. So shoes are on there, guys. Why don't men's toilets come with the? See, there you go. Why do men's toilets don't come with the baby changer table? And I don't understand that one. All right, now number 9. I'm not sure if we're going to agree with this one, guys. I want to scroll down here.
We run out of time.
I don't know. Well, let me ask you, Julian. Would you take if there was a pill for you not to get her pregnant and she didn't have to take the pill anymore, would you take the pill?
All right. So if I'm giving you my Gen Z answer, I would take it. But if I'm giving you my real answer that I feel, I would just wear a Jimmy at that point. You know what I mean? Just because I don't want to. I don't want to. I already hear about how the women, like with their pills and stuff, it affects their bodies.
Yes.
Why would I want to do that to myself? I could just wear a condom.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what I mean?
But it does talk about human error.
But the Gen Z answer is that they wanted me to hear is like, oh yeah, I would take the male birth.
Oh yeah, I'll take it. I'll get pregnant too. What the fuck? I'll carry it, baby.
Yeah, no, I would rather just wear a Jimmy. If I fuck up, then then I guess I gotta live with that decision.
Yeah, and it's true. I like that last statement. It's prone to human error. There's the most simplest thing for us to do is put a condom on, and yet there are some guys that just don't understand the simple concept of putting a fucking condom on. It's easy. And there's a lube side and there's a non-lube side. That's where your penis goes, guys.
And it only rolls down one way.
It only rolls one way. If you're fucking pushing it back in the other way, you've got issues. And I get it if it's dark, you're trying to figure it all out. But even then, it's like it's already set up for you.
Yeah, it's ready.
The worst thing is afterwards.
It's getting rid of it's important. We talked about that.
Taking it off sucks too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
taking
that's what
it
I'm
off.
talking about. Taking it off and having to go put it somewhere.
Yeah.
You're all
And if
sat
you're
there with it in your fingers, like
you're walking around with a fucking little condom in your hand, and if you're an NBA player, make sure you flush that fucker down the toilet because she will take it from the garbage can and get herself.
put a little hot sauce in there or something.
Put some hot sauce on it, flush it down the toilet, spray it with cologne.
That's when you toss it next to her. You just
Yeah. Hey, you want this? Want this? It's still, we go from macho man to taking that condom off and walking like a pristine little fucking bitch.
Butt ass naked, like just
half naked. I'm walking around.
It's just not sexy looking, you know.
It's not sexy.
Or when you're going and grabbing the towel, you know.
Yeah.
I like that verse. It's not sexy. I can see the girls thinking, well, look at this motherfucker. He's walking like he's a princess holding this fucking thing.
Pride and joy. He's got his pride and joy. Yeah.
I don't know about this one. Why can't men wear shorts that are equivalent of a skirt in the summer? Number one, we did that in the 70s, and it was very uncomfortable fucking walking around with them fucking shorts that rode up to your fucking shit.
Like how, like really short,
like short shorts, dude. I mean, Brucey, you remember them damn short shorts? You couldn't, your shit wasn't breathing. It was just
the shortest I would go is like 7-inch. Like because they have the length, the inseam, like
let me show you 70s.
I mean, when we were in PE, man, they were short.
That shit rode right up your ass.
You're probably talking about like the 4-inch inseam ones.
Yeah.
Those are way too small.
1970 shorts.
And they were the gym shorts, and they were,
they were
short.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, fuck no. No.
No. Look,
I mean, I got underwear longer than those.
He's quick.
All my underwear are longer than that. All my underwear are longer than that. I have shorts that are 7-inch inseam where my underwear will go past them.
Man, this is why I think this is why a lot of guys can't have fucking children is from wearing fucking these shorts in the 70s.
And then tighty whities underneath those.
I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
I mean,
You're
those were
basically wearing
shorts.
the same thing she's wearing.
Yeah. There you go. That was about basic. That's your basic shorts in the 70s.
Fuck no.
Yeah. And I got a funny story
with knee-high tube socks. Yeah,
knee-high tube socks, bro. Yeah.
I need to be able to breathe.
Yeah, your shit needs to breathe, dude. Even Arnold can get away with it. Fucking, he can wear whatever the fuck he wants to wear.
He's jacked, yeah.
Yeah. The 1970s, man.
You show them the knee-high tube socks.
Fucking
That's way too short.
That's way too.
You can see there's one set of nuts on one side. There's a set of nuts on the other.
He's stacking the nuts on one side.
I think they're shorter than the girls' shorts right there.
Fuck no. Yeah. See, nah. None of that, man.
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean,
the basketball players were playing in those.
The 70s basketball. You used to play in those short shorts.
Yep.
Fucking probably had nuts hitting their face.
They had nuts in their face, fucking dicks hanging out, fucking.
Yeah,
shorts,
the pros played in those things.
Yeah. Yeah, it was okay. Let's see, 2010, 2009. I went to Italy. Me, my son, and my wife. And okay, here at that time, everyone was wearing the board shorts. You know, we go to the lake, we go to the beach, they're board shorts. They go up to your fucking knees, right? Yeah. So I got, the coolest ones, OP and all these fucking really nice fucking shorts, you know.
John, were they Velcro zippers?
No. There were no zippers.
You didn't wear real board shorts unless you had Velcro.
Yeah, no, I had a couple pair that had Velcro on them.
But you know what happens when you have Velcro zipper?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And my cousins were making fun of me in Italy. They're like, dude, where you going? Now, in Italy, they wear capris. Like, if they're going out, their shorts go up to their knees, and they have this little string thing on. And this is like 2009. So that's what they thought I was wearing. It's like a capri. They call it a capri. I think we still call them capris here for men, even for men. And they were making fun of me because I was in the beach, and I'm wearing these fucking shorts that go past my knees, and they're wearing fucking Speedos. And I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need my shit all hanging out all over the fucking place.
Why
can't men wear shorts? We did that one, all right?
You can always tell who the Europeans are and who the Americans
are.
Americans are wearing swim shorts.
Here we go. Whoever the fuck designed underwear boxer briefs in particular should be shot. should be shot if there's not a seam trying to saw up my. This is true, right?
Yeah.
This is fucking 100% fucking true, man. Boxer briefs, I'm trying to get used to them, dude, but I think I'm going back to boxers.
I prefer them over boxers.
Do you? I'm going back. I
I
don't
feel like the regular boxers. If you're an old man, it's okay, but I think as a young guy, it makes you look like you got a steak booty.
Now, Brucey, if I'm not, I think I'm correct here. You're not supposed to be wearing boxer briefs at your age.
No.
Well, I'm not wearing like super tight ones.
Now, even if they're not super tight.
I wear the boxer briefs because when I wore the boxers,
yeah,
you would have some hangout issues.
I feel like they ride up the regular boxers. I like the boxer
they
briefs.
ride
The
up.
boxers do, and there's no support at all.
Yeah.
Boxers
Why is
have
it supposed to be bad for you?
Yeah, because if you're keeping all that heat in there, it fucks up your sperm count.
Well, I'd be wearing shorts most of the time.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like,
You got to be careful with your sperm count. So
now
like the first thing, if you have low sperm count, and if you go, say you're in your 20s or 30s, and they have low sperm count, the doctor would tell you to go back to boxers.
The boxers
to open, keep your shit open.
Lots to go see a doctor.
They make out of new material now. They have the bamboo, which is more ventilated.
You wear shorts. That's a commercial.
They have different fabric for these things.
We wear short skirts. I'm gonna actually play that for Julian because he's never seen that commercial.
So you gotta get the ventilated ones, John.
Hold on here.
Bamboo.
We wear shorts commercial.
That's a Nair commercial.
Oh, come on. We wear short. You motherfucking Google. We wear shorts commercial.
I don't think they can go that far back, can they?
Nair, 1970.
That's what I said. It's an Nair commercial.
I love showing this stuff to Gen Zers. 80s girls. That was for you, Mr. Artemis.
They wear shorts for art.
We wear shorts. We don't want to see that. Go back over here. Come on, computer. Yeah. So when women take zero initiative, we already did that one. Are we on that one?
No, we're far down.
We're farther down. Yeah.
We're like number 10, I think.
Wait a minute. We're on a different one.
No, keep going.
No, we're over here.
Oh,
no. I lost it. What happened? Oh, number 11. Okay. We're on. It's number 12. How did we let wearing ties around our necks become a de facto uniform? I think that kind of changed in the early 2000s, though. I think. Because you got companies like Google that were just coming to work with fucking tackies and a golf t-shirt.
You can wear like a dress shirt or like even like a what is it, like a polo?
Yeah,
that's considered dress, you know.
Yeah, but like me and Bruce's era, say if Google was around in the 80s, everyone that worked at Google would have been wearing a suit and tie. Correct, Bruce?
I was building those places. That's when they started to relax that crap.
Yeah, the relax. Yeah,
they would originally started with Casual Friday, and then it kind of became Casual fucking week.
Yeah. It's we used to get lucky, get Casual Fridays. Okay, you don't have to wear a suit and tie on Friday, but
then it kind of went like all freaking casual everyday.
Yeah, that kind of changed with the millennials. Millennials kind of threw it that out the window. It's just more relaxed. I do like for me. Okay, I've been to Google headquarters. Many years ago when it first opened, the company that I worked for, we used to do printing and boxes and stuff like that for like CD covers and games and stuff like that. We used to do a lot of work for Google, and I would have to go to Google's headquarters in Sunnyvale or San Jose and get approval on artwork that we would do on our boxes. And I remember walking in there and just seeing people in sandals and shorts And these people were making like $150,000, $200,000 a year. And they're walking, the guy that I went to go get the sign off, which is an executive, the dude was wearing a fucking golf t-shirt with shorts and flip-flops. And I was like, that blew me away. I was like, because I expected coming in there and seeing somebody that we got used to seeing in the 80s, right, Bruce? If I were to go into an executive's office, that guy was either, he didn't have his jacket on, but he had a suit and, a tie on and a white dress shirt.
I think they only do that if they're doing like meetings.
It's completely changed.
I built them because it was all casual. They had walking whiteboards and they had sit down areas, which were all couches and cushions and beanbag chairs and all that crap. And I mean, it was something else when I was building those things. We'd build them and we'd do the move-ins, and then we'd be going around, double checking or making sure everything's on and stuff as people are moving in and working. It's like, holy crap.
Let me get through these so we can head on out of here. Why are plane seats designed for people under 5'5"? This is my beef. I don't know about you.
I don't remember that problem. I'm 5'7". Yeah,
you're 5'7".
I have an issue with it.
You do what? Your feet don't touch the ground? What?
No. My knees are touching the seat in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if
I have this problem.
Especially if they
longer legs than me.
Especially if they recline the chair. That's even worse.
Yeah, this is my beef. Number one, I'm not just going to bitch about plane seats. Something needs to change about stadiums. Okay, because not everybody has, I get it, not everybody has the same butt size. But when you try to put these fucking seats that are like this wide, and you're trying to put, I get what they're doing. They're trying to put as many people on a row as possible. But guys my size don't fit in those stadium seats, especially the knee and ankle. Like Bruce is saying, my knees are right up against the back of the seat at the stadium. And I'm trying to, to sit, and I'm not comfortable.
Yeah.
I can't stand that. What the fuck do men's clothes come in only 14? That is true.
Yeah.
Bruce, are you okay with that one?
Those are my 4 main colors.
You got your black, I just ordered
5
dark. I love that, and dark enough to be black.
I just ordered 5 new golf shirts, and my colors are black, gray, light gray, green, dark gray, blue, and dark blue.
That's true. I did this about 3-4 years ago. I opened my closet because someone had brought that up and I never paid attention to it. I didn't. And again, I did a lot of business with vape companies for many years. Yeah, so I got a lot. I'm wearing one right now, Etnos. So everything in the vape industry was black. The hats were black. Everything was always black. So I was like, he said, yeah, shit, all our clothes are black, John, black or white. And I was like, nah, dude, I think I got color in there. So I opened my closet door and I looked.
Not much.
It's just all black t-shirts, dude. I opened my fucking closet, my drawer, fucking black t-shirts. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Sometimes you'll get like a burgundy or something like that, but it's kind of rare.
Like my golf shirts are like what Bruce is wearing, that color. It's that blue. So I got a couple of nice golf shirts that I bought that are just
it's blue, but it's just not one color blue. There's
why don't men's journals always have a privacy sidewall?
That's a lie.
Well, that's why you're supposed to skip one. You're always supposed to skip one. You're not supposed to stand right next to a guy. I hate when there's stalls and they stand right next to me.
Yeah, there's like 10 stalls.
Unless you got a full wall, then you got to get what you get.
Yeah. Dude, but he's right, dude. There'd be like 10 stalls, right? And you're fucking like, I don't know, it's stall 6, right? So guy walks in, there's nobody else in there, and he's got to go to stall 5. It's dude, why? Why, dude?
Like, how's it going?
Then they want to start a conversation.
I don't need to know how your day is.
They want to start a conversation.
That's the wrong place, dude. That's fucking obvious. I was like, dude, I always do this. It's like, dude, there's like 8 more on this side. There's 4 more on this side. Dude, you have to pick the one right next to me, dude.
Hands while you do it.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Go over there. Nothing's worse than Candlestick. Candlestick Park. I told the story on the sports show.
Was that
the first time I've been to Candlestick, and it was 1980. Yeah, the circle.
The circle.
It's just a fountain. It's a fountain, right? With a waterfall in the middle.
Yep.
And it's just a circle, and everybody just stands around the
fuck
circle.
that. Yeah, no, fuck that.
Look
Can
at
you
look
imagine?
at look at everybody's
looking
junk.
right at the guy.
Like, where do you look? You look up, you look down, you know, like you can't look down. You
can't look left
gotta
or
look
right.
up. You can't look left or right. Straight
can't look-
is a bad option.
Can't look
You
straight.
look straight. You look straight, you're looking deep into someone's eyes, dude. It's like, yeah.
You just look
Your
up.
only choice is look down.
If you look down, you're seeing the people's next to you. Too.
Yeah,
Well,
and you're looking down. You don't want to look
Just
down,
look
Bruce. No,
You gotta look up.
You want to look up.
Or close your eyes.
Close your eyes. Fuck it. Close your eyes and hope to God you hit something. As men's fashion used to have so much style. And it's true. Right, Bruce? I mean, guys in the 50s and the 60s, they had a lot of fucking style. Their clothes, their
There were
suits.
guys in the trade that, I mean, electricians, they would go to work in a suit and carry a briefcase.
Yeah.
Which their tools were in the briefcase. And when they got to work, they would change into work clothes at work.
Yeah.
And then they would change
crazy,
out of the
yeah.
work clothes and put the suit back on to go home.
Yeah. And these were guys that were working on skyscrapers.
These are trade people. Yeah.
Yeah, trade people. They would work on skyscrapers in New York. And then when they would go to work, they would walk down the streets to work in a suit and tie.
Mhm.
They would get to work and change in their work gear.
Yep.
And their tools would be in their suitcase, and then they would in their briefcase, and they would go do their job, and then come back and put a suit and tie back on to walk home.
With a hat.
Yeah, with a hat.
Wore hats.
Fucking hat on. And I think that, look, you took pride in yourself. I think that's a big issue that I think we've lost in society. I think the pride of the way you look when you're out and about isn't so
now when
important
you dress
anymore
up,
than
you
it
look
was.
you look out of place.
Yeah, I mean, I think that used to be a thing. Even my mom used to say it when we were younger. When you leave this house, and I think about it to today as an adult. But she would always say, when you leave this house, you need to remember that you represent this family. And you represent the Troncalli name. So when you're out, she used to get mad if we had holes in our pants. That was like a no-no. Like, why? You have brand new pants. Go get your brand new pants.
They buy them that way now.
And she would get mad at us. She was like, why are you going out looking like that? Because you represent your name. Your name is, and it was a little different back east than it was here. But I guess it was different only because here we were new. When we moved here in 1980, but back east, I literally could not go 4 blocks in either direction where somebody didn't know who my grandfather was. It's like, and you didn't get like, I don't know if this same word for you, Bruce, back in the day, but you weren't known by your parents' name, who your parents were. You were known by who your grandparents were. So like I would walk in there, they would go, you're Scarpanati's, the barber's grandson. That's how they knew. So that was important. You represent this family.
Out here, the families weren't as close.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, nobody could care. I could go 4 blocks either way.
Well, no, but we were just more spread. It was more rural where I was growing up.
Yeah.
It wasn't city.
Yeah, I remember that used to blow me away. I used to like, hey, you're and dude, the funny story. This is a hilarious story. I'm now a grown man, and I'm in Sicily. And my grandparents, and my parents, my mom's family town. And I'm walking down the street and with my wife, Katrina, at the time, and we're walking down the street, and this old lady that was like fucking 90 years old, she goes, out of the blue, dude, she goes, you're John Scarpanati's grandson, or you're related to John Scarpanati, which is my grandfather. She's never seen me, but she knew by my face who I belong to. And I was just like fucking blown away by that. I was like, that's fucking crazy. And my Katrina was tripping out. She goes, how the hell does she know that? I go, my face. I look like my grandfather, but that trippy.
I feel like after that, you'd have to buy that lady lunch or something.
Fuck that. She had no teeth.
You could have blended it for her.
Yeah. Relaxing and sitting while your kids play in the playground. As a man, I will particularly call out to my kids to show that their mother that I'm not a creep hanging. It's true, dude. I can't do that even now. Like with my grandkids, like, oh, that's a creepy old man over here at the park. I'm like, fuck you. I'm here with my grandkids, dude.
Yeah.
Why is that, Bruce? Have you run into this problem?
No, because I mean, most of the time if I'm there watching the grandkids, one of the parents are there. So
yeah.
So I don't get.
I would ask Julian.
I
But
don't.
you better
I
not
don't
have
get
any
one-on-one with
fun.
the grandparent with the grandkids alone at a playground.
That
So,
was the last one.
The thing is, if I'm with my niece or nephew, they think that they'll be like, "Oh my god, your kid's cute," and I'm like, "It's not my kid."
Oh yeah, you got to play with that one.
I'm there, but I'm just like, "Oh well," like if it's like older lady just telling me like, "Oh, like your kids are cute," I'll be like, "Oh well, they're just my niece and nephew." That's it.
Yeah.
If it's a young girl, like then yeah, but you know,
baby, this is my girl. I'm a baby daddy right here. You want another one?
look what we can make.
Look what hey, if we go back to my place, I could put one of these in you.
9 months, boom.
Oh, all right. I'm going to start with Mr. Julian. Julian, what did you learn today?
I learned the 17 things that men have icks. Yeah, because I didn't know all of those, but some of them, yeah. Some of them I get.
Here you go. Of those 17 things, where would you put your pick on there? What did you think about those 17 things? So do you see the screen up there? I'll put it up there for Bruce so he can see it too as well. But where would you say, as far as importance or what you learned from those, where would you have me click on?
Like, what's the most important part
right there.
of all those?
Did you feel that these 17 things, what did you think about them? Do you think they were pretty relevant? They're nonsense? Or
I would say like there was a couple that were very relevant that I think that really did hit home, like the sense of like how girls like have those expectations, or the whole like gaslighting thing. I think that's very common at people my age.
Yeah.
But some of the things, like obviously the changing one doesn't really bother me because I don't have anybody to change, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm okay with boxer briefs.
I'm
okay with them, you know. But like even the toilet bowl, I don't really get the difference. Well, I just use one. I only go at home. I don't really go in random places.
If you don't use the ones outdoors or at restaurants or stadiums,
Well, if I go there, I'm going piss. I don't poop in random toilets.
I don't either. I'm on a schedule. You get to a certain age, you just get on a schedule.
Yeah.
You know.
So what would you say? Thumbs up.
Out of the emojis.
Yeah, out of the emojis. Where are you going with
I would say for some of them, I'd do the like where it's the 7, but I would say a lot of them I laughed about. They're kind of funny, yeah.
So we'll go 10. Bruce, where would you put? Wait. No, we'll come back to you. What else did you learn?
About what? That?
No. During the show.
Oh, during the show.
Yeah.
Which one was the one that I walked in on? It was
the aliens. You learned, you know the 6 signs now.
Now I know the 6 signs. Yeah, I learned all 6 signs. I think I'm good. Other than the nosebleed one, it kind of concerns me because I was younger. I did get nosebleeds, but I hope I wasn't probed from ass to nose.
You better check with your mom, eh? Did I go missing for a couple hours, Mom?
But then I wonder, is that maybe why my nostrils are kind of big? Like
that's true.
You know? Did I get probed?
You gotta get that probe out of there. And somebody said they were all rusted, so I hope to God they weren't rusted. Brucey, this is the best part with Bruce. Bruce, what did fucking Bruce learn today?
Well,
apparently
I haven't been abducted.
You haven't. Do you wait a minute? Do you feel left out?
Yeah, I think the aliens are really losing out on a good breeder.
Yeah, you got some shit to share.
Yeah,
you got shit to share, Bruce.
Yep. And then as far as the 17 things, I missed a couple of them because I was walking. But
what is Artemis asking for?
I missed the emoji one, and
that was the who wears short shirts.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I mean, they're kind of obvious. I mean, it's interesting that a girl wrote it.
Yeah, what I thought was interesting that it was actually a female that wrote that article, which makes me.
But I'm sure she has some input from guys.
Yeah,
but
hey, I'm not. Would you trade? Would you trade for the nonsense that a woman has to go through daily to compare to what we had? How many did we say it was?
17 now.
17. I wouldn't trade.
I consider that a short list because there's definitely
that's a short list. I
have more.
There could be some more on there that I think that we deal with daily.
I think some of them were irrelevant.
Shit, you can add like 10 just from work.
Yeah.
I can add 10 just from work, dude. I mean, just what we go through daily, just to drive to work. Fuck, Jesus Christ.
we do this show to educate and enlighten the viewers so that they don't come away without knowledge.
Yeah.
Every Friday
We're
night.
an educational program. It's like PBS here.
Yeah.
It's like
maybe we'll be sponsors and we'll get some money or something.
Yeah. Hold on. I don't know where it is. Does your bush need to be trimmed, Bruce?
I mean, if you didn't learn anything tonight, then
we
hope
were actually you were spot on, Bruce, because I think we were very clean tonight.
Yeah, because we didn't have the dirty minds here.
We were very
Becky
Deana wasn't here. Deana wasn't here to corrupt our minds.
And Becky didn't send us to our room once.
Yeah, Becky did not send us to our room at all tonight. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm with you, Bruce. I'm glad that someone actually wrote an article that on things that I think a lot of these things that for me as not just as a teenager, but as an adult and then as a father, I think a lot of these apply to like things that I've been through. Disneyland without a fucking having a changing station in the men's bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I that would have been great in the 90s. Would have been fucking great. I wouldn't have got shit all
I
over
don't know
me.
why the girls get all the privacy in the bathroom because we have no, wall barriers.
We have none. We have none. Yeah, we have none.
I mean, unless you're in the shitter, it's the only place you might have a wall up, and even then, the door's only half up, anyways.
Hey, Bruce, Bruce. Shit, look, just think how long it took just to get to a shitter in a stadium. You were 5 deep. There was 5 guys in front of you.
Well, I will say, I think the bathroom lines for women are a lot longer.
They're worse. But dude, you're going to agree with me on this one. There's nothing that pisses me off more than being 5 deep at the stall that you got to take a shit. And that guy in front of you is just going in there because he's too embarrassed to piss in front of other people. That pisses me off. You want to talk about piss? Look, dude, you just went in there to piss. You could have went right there.
I have been in instances where I've had to share a bathroom with a woman.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
No,
yeah, I never shit.
Obviously, she's getting the stall, and the rest of us are up against the wall. But
yeah. But here, a quick question before you go though. But you never even went number 2 with your wife in the bathroom.
No
way.
No. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Nor was I ever in the bathroom when she did that.
Yeah, I've peed in the bathroom while she's in the shower,
or she's different stuff like that. Yeah,
we always had 2 bathrooms, so it was never
I've always done that, because the kids had their bathroom and we had ours. Yeah. And we had a pretty big bathroom, but if she could go into the shower, I was okay with using the pisser just to take a piss. I wouldn't take a shit with her taking a shower.
Well, with the shower, it'd smell even worse.
You get that heat in there.
Cooking it.
She was famous for forgetting to put, I don't know why, this is another pet peeve of mine with women, is they always seem to go hit the bathroom and never look at the roll of toilet paper to see if they got enough.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I don't know how many times I hear that. Can you bring me a roll? And it's like I got to crack the door and fly a roll to him. And it's like, first thing I always do when I'm going in the bathroom,
I check it. That's the first thing I do is I check that
papers on the damn roll.
I have a thing where it stacks it so there's multiple right there.
Yeah.
Just in case,
I used to do that too, but now I got grandkids and they think it's fucking paper to wipe their hands with. So it's like, all right, I put one roll out there.
Be prepared. Be prepared.
Yeah. No, but I always told my kids, check before you squat. Yep. Check before you squat. And they all say it to themselves when they go in the bathroom. Check before you squat. All right, guys, we are done. Great show. Thank you, everybody out there in the chat. We appreciate every single one of you guys. We will be back next week, hopefully with a full crew. Hope you learned something tonight. I think it was a good show. We were clean. No sex jokes, no degrading of women. But I cannot end the show without doing a French accent. So let's do a French accent.
Let's
say goodbye in French. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au
revoir. Wait. And don't forget to put a poll on to find out how many people in our viewing area have been abducted.
Oh, I am going to do that right after the show. I'm going to see who has been abducted. Yeah. All right, guys. You guys look into the camera and say goodbye.